People!
Hello, everyone, all of our viewer.
Now we're sure that's not just
Hey,
one of us.
could be the YouTubes. You don't.
Oh no, it's me.
And me.
Nice.
So, hello and welcome to stream. Tonight we are going to be going through some dungeons. In terms of knowledge that you need for session, you don't really need much other than to know our cast characters for today, and that we are going into a hole in the ground to fuck someone up. Anybody want to?
Somewhat specifically bears.
Yeah, does anybody want to
specifically
elaborate on the
people
reason
bears.
we're here?
Yeah, okay.
Why we're gathered here
Because-
today?
So,
Jeez.
our group traveling down to Farm Market. It was Farm
Making
Market,
our
I'm
way
fairly sure.
downtown.
Yeah, making our way
Walking
down
Town.
country.
Walking fast.
Yeah,
Faces pass.
and we were not homebound. We were as far from home as possible. Traveling in order to get to Farm Market to hunt down some more Lifedrinkers, and then we came across some bears, and Leland's like, "Hey, we should take care of those bears," and we're like, "Nah, bears aren't bad." And so we
We're
kept
like,
walking.
why would we fight bears
found,
for no reason?
We found another person mauled by a bear, and Leland's like, "Hey,
We should
go
take care of
fight
those
bears."
We should kill these bears. They're fucking people up.
And we're just like, "Not our bear, not our problem."
Yes, our bear gets our problem.
So we continued walking until we came across a town that was completely and totally devoid of people because bears.
Because bears.
And we decided, all right, maybe bears are our problem.
Oh, bear liberate. Well, I don't know. It's somewhere in there. There's a joke.
Yeah, you lost it.
Liberator. We need to liberate them.
Well, I was going for obliterate, like
Obliterate.
liberate. It was a lib. Get back to me. Get back.
Okay.
You keep going. I'll keep
So
stewing
we
it.
tracked the bears down to their cave, and this is where we are currently.
Okay, so everybody who is at the mouth of the cave currently, right at the fore, there is Vesta, Elbjorn, and Red. A little bit behind them, we've got Selma and Salis, and then we've got Leland and Blue, like halfway off the edge of the map.
Just for specific things.
So I'm going to change things up a bit. Rather than like slowly ramping up into combat, this dungeon is just going to take place in turn order.
Okay. In that case, are we doing a slow creep? Like,
Yep.
what's
I
our
think-
general plan for going forward into this bear
Let's
cave?
throw a rock into the cave.
How about I do my usual fire burst?
Okay, do
yeah,
it.
sure. That sounds good.
I'll
Fire
do-
burst into the cave.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to fire off some fire?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my usual burst spark.
Oh, you know, the huge.
The huge.
Barkeep will have the huge. I think if you say that, they legally have to ban you from the establishment.
Probably.
Possible, yeah. Although I have gone to a like bar and said that I'll have the usual, and they knew what I meant.
No, saying the usual is fine, but if you refer to it as
Oh,
the
it's the
huge.
huge?
If you say the
Okay.
huge.
That's fair.
Specifically.
That's more fair.
Oh, it's.
The fire illuminates that there is a carcass more than anything else over here. There's a hole that leads down, and it must be a decent ways in because the fire doesn't really illuminate anything from the angle that you shot it.
Now, is the body breathing? Because we've had problems with that in the past.
The body's got a rib cage like torn open, and there's no head.
Okay, I'm assuming it's not a life drinker then.
Don't know that.
We don't know that. Can't make any assumptions, but I'm pretty sure it's not a life drinker. If so, the head is somewhere else leeching the life off of something else.
Okay, well, there's
Hopefully the bears.
Hopefully the bears.
Well, there's no bears in here.
Yeah? Yeah, we could... Way to break formation immediately.
Well, can I assume you're moving into the cave?
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh, yeah.
eventually move into the cave. Is this okay for us to do this?
Yep, as long as it's within your movement.
Blue's on your back already? Just,
Well, Blue's trying to see. He's
Just
like,
decided.
Well, what's it look like? It's kind of getting crowded in here.
I asked him to throw another dart down the hole.
I dart Yeah, I can't frame my tail. I'm not
Not a
a
good tail.
I'm not like this dog from Toy Story that just has the slinky tail.
I'm just gonna move your tokens temporarily.
I guess the way to roleplay in a Toy Story version of this would be Python. You take the Pythona rules, but it can actually detach from you, and you have to spend movement to bring it forward with you.
Oh god. Well, that's always how it ends up being, because nobody ever like moves the tail and the snake at the same time. Like Will didn't even do it here.
He was moving us out of the way.
You've been chopped in half.
I have been chopped in half. I am now the Slinky Man.
Yeah. Ooh, more carcasses.
I didn't realize that the bear was going to kill me that quickly.
Running over fat kids in your van.
Wow, that one is several layers of blast from the past.
Yeah.
Man. No
That
holds
was,
barred.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Man, look at all those dead people.
That's a lot of dead people. I'm assuming that's literally the entire village.
Probably.
It's a good thing we found the money first, otherwise we wouldn't get paid for this.
Yeah.
Roland.
I still cannot believe you will need payment to take out a dangerous Bearwolf.
We're just
Why would-
passing through.
It looks to be a solid, 10-meter drop.
Ooh. I wonder how the bears get up here.
They probably climb, I bet.
10 meters, it's not even that bad. I could climb down. Anyone have a rope to also? Because I could just go down and.
I
and we
don't
a
have rope.
I don't have a rope at all. Oh, we're great D&D adventurers.
Well, I can't believe we forgot rope, the most quintessential adventuring equipment.
Does anybody else have rope?
I'm gonna ask Red. Hey, Red, did you bring rope?
No.
Elborn? Rope?
You wanna,
Nope.
Leland, wanna make a couple of stairs with me? And my hand starts to glow.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, earth magic it is to make stairs.
Make a slope,
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah, slope works. Like a wheelchair accessible slope.
Except not
A blue accessible slope.
Yeah, blue accessible slope.
All right. I think I actually have to. Oh, perfect. From a recent food-related foray,
Yes,
that's something I can use to clear up some of this map.
Why did you announce that like a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse character?
Because I am a Mickey House Clubhouse character.
No, we did the sound check for loud chuckles, but we didn't do it for Mickey Mouse impersonations.
No.
I better find out if I'm overloading the mic.
You know, Walt Disney never really lets Mickey Mouse throw punches, but you also know Mickey Mouse wouldn't lose the fight because Disney wouldn't let him.
When's it Disney? When's Disney gonna be in Smash?
Well, Kingdom Hearts they're getting there.
Yeah, but again, it's not Disney Nintendo.
And that's true.
Alright, you guys managed to clear up a decent bit of the area ahead with earth magic, molding it downwards. From here, as the light permeates in, you can see a bit further into the cave.
Man, I sure hope no bears are dead.
If anything, we just made it easier for them to get out. Then again, they might just be able to climb over this. We don't know how tall they are exactly.
I mean, we saw one of them. He was pretty big.
Oh yeah, we did see one of them. We fought one of them. I forgot about that. He was a fairly big boy.
Pretty big boy.
It was a fancy ass cave.
Yeah. Found themselves a good cave.
Yeah, really hard to do in the current cave market.
Yeah. I wonder how much they
Well,
got
you know
for
how
it.
the cave estate market is?
Yeah, the cave estate market is just It's just terrible lately.
It's oversaturated, and especially with Cave B&B, it's just been a nightmare trying to get property for like a decent price.
Fuck off with your cave B&B.
For that big cave bubble collapse in 2008. Big cave in 2008.
Oh my goodness. The big banks won't fail. They're not supposed to.
The big bears won't fail.
Bear in the big blue cave.
Okay, it's back to you guys.
Formation!
Yep. Shield wall.
Dope. Chung.
Yeah, they need to have the proper eyes.
Yeah.
Elbjorn and Red are on the wrong side, so it just looks like they're looking towards at an awkward
If you
angle.
guys check out the bottom bar there, you can see who's in which formation.
There it is.
There it is.
So I believe it's Vesta, Elbjorn, Red.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
Awesome.
Okay.
Gotta shuffle around it. We're gonna
You guys enter into formation and make
You
your
want
way
to
into
confuse
the
a creature,
cave.
you just start like moving the shields around.
It's like 5 squares.
What do we see?
As you make your way in, Selma has like a spear that he's taken out, and he's sort of like prepping it to go over your ranks. Blue sort of moves to get kind of tucked behind Red, and he channels a bit of light to illuminate the area a bit more. It looks like there are a couple of bodies here. You can't tell if they're alive or not, but they're not moving.
Okay, let's not worry about that right now.
That's not good.
Definitely not. Well, which path then are we gonna take? The left, the middle, or the right?
Man, these bears have like quite a nice place going on.
I know.
Well,
I wonder how much they pay in rent. I mean, they're bears.
They probably own it,
That's true.
right?
Yeah.
The Bear boomers really have real estate.
Fuck
And
you
they're
and
no
your-
renters. Renting is for suckers.
Screw you and your bear boomers. How dare you? This is a family-friendly podcast.
Podcast, you say?
Yeah, I don't know.
Does anyone know anything?
No.
No one knows nothing.
Leland knows everything.
Leland thinks he knows everything.
Leland can only.
Leland's
sit
also
here.
been wrong multiple times. I'm pretty sure the Bears are the only time he's been right.
Well,
He thought Kree was a pretty swell guy.
Yeah.
For like the entire journey.
I mean-
What a nice man.
he was a pretty nice man until he. So okay, so
Until
maybe
his jaw
he-
unhinged and tried to suck the life out
Okay,
of
so
him.
maybe his jaw unhinged and he tried to suck the life out of you, and maybe he had ulterior motives.
Jaw unhinging is my thing.
Okay, so maybe
You
I
guys-
misjudged his jaw capabilities.
You guys hear a shuffling deeper within. Humming echoing through the cave. Through the channels it like echoes off the different cave walls and you can't quite discern its location other than vaguely deeper. There's a deep growl that starts to permeate through the area.
Yep, it sounds like a bear.
Sounds like a pissed off bear.
We can go deeper,
Mm-hmm.
or we could start making like a little bit of noise.
Try and draw them into this room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Although I thought bears were scared off by noise, so it seems counterproductive.
But we're in their space, right?
We're in their safe space.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In their territory.
that is a good point.
We don't have a lot of space. I don't know if going deeper into the cave will get us more space.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah. I'm not 100% certain about that either.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe it's not a bad idea to try to draw them out into here
It is definitely not a bad idea.
instead of going into their traps.
Well, I mean, they're bears. They're not going to have any traps. It's not really a bear's game.
It's a bear wolf, Gabe.
It's a big bear wolf.
So we have 3 components: bear, wolf, and big.
Yeah.
Which of
Yeah.
the three means traps ahead? Because
All of them.
All of them.
It's
Wrong.
It's not necessarily the components. It's the whole.
I'm not arguing that a bear wolf is more than the sum of its parts. I don't think that like traps like they're not
Like doggos are pretty freaking smart. The thing they miss out on is having like opposable thumbs.
bears don't have opposable thumbs.
Yeah, but they're way better with their hands than dogs.
They can climb.
They can climb.
What are you two saying?
They're gonna be on the walls, Gabe.
They're gonna be in the walls.
That's not a
You
trap.
ever watched a horror movie? He's probably above us right now.
We haven't looked up yet.
I'm not looking up. Like you're not.
I look up at that moment.
As you look up, you see sort of the vaulted ceilings of the cave. It's limestone, so there's like stalagmites that sort of drip down.
How tall's
Is that
the
the-
ceiling? Like how far away is the ceiling?
Right now, the ceiling's maybe like 3-4 meters up.
Okay.
So see any bears up there? I'm not looking up.
You guys hear a scream from deeper within the cave. It seems to be coming from that direction. It's coming this.
Well,
It sounds like someone's in need of medical assistance. We better get over there.
From this direction.
Leland won't fit that way.
it's too much of a chungus.
You can move through squares that are. You can move through something that's like 1 square smaller than you. It just costs you 1 extra movement.
Okay.
So you're literally like shuffling through.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Actually-
get like caught and we're just gonna be like, Leland, move your fat ass out of here.
I've actually been losing weight
There is,
carrying the wagon all day.
So there's a larger section that goes about the same direction over there. Do we want to go that way instead of like going 1 by 1 through there?
What are you afraid of the bear? That sounds like you're afraid of confronting this thing.
That seems like a
Do
logical
you want to go
thing.
first?
I'm squeezing my way in.
Okay.
At that point, I'm gonna try sneaking along this path.
All
here
right.
To see what I see.
We've already split the prey.
We haven't split the party yet.
Oh
Roll
my god.
delicate. You're trying not to make a lot of noise as you move.
Thankfully, I just upped my delicate.
Oh.
Ooh.
And now I'm gonna be really cocky and roll 3 1s.
Well, it's a possibility.
Nope.
Oh,
Ooh,
dang.
nice.
That's an 18.
Nice.
All right.
Every time you
That's
have
a
to
lot
have
of
your,
dice.
You have to have your goblin dice.
Goblin dice.
Okay, so let's see where people are moving. What sort of light do Leland and Salas have?
I'm conjuring a bit of light.
Okay. How many ranks of... Oh, you've got a bunch of ranks. You're an expert in elemental, so yeah, you're bright light.
I'm
Yeah.
also expert in elemental, but I'm keeping mine dim.
Okay.
Intentionally dim.
I mean, like, does some of Salas.
Like, I'm gonna go elemental affinity fire just so, like, in moments like this, I can just be like, boom, baby!
Baby!
Fuck you.
Well, there's a better gesture that would fit that a little better, actually.
I don't know, is there a Bloodwine equivalent of a middle finger?
No, it's just the middle finger.
Yeah.
It's not the Shakespearean biting of tongue or biting of thumb.
I bite my thumb at thee.
Be really, I think it'd be pretty insulting if you're walking down the street and someone came up and bit your tongue.
Someone just like, you, stick out your tongue, and you're just like...
Well, no, they
and
punch.
you're just-
Well, it's a two-strike program. They punch you in the guts and go, and then they bite it, and then they like a dog.
I think I would be more than offended at that point, yeah. Yeah. Someone just comes up to me and just punches me in the gut, then just tries to bite my tongue, I'd be more than offended. And then if they get a hold of my tongue and start wrenching it like a fucking dog with a chew toy, yeah, I would just hate my life at that moment.
Sir, please.
So please, sir, please.
Ooh.
So you see that in here there's, it looks like a couple more like corpses. There's some raspy breathing coming from somewhere in here, and there's someone who seems like harmed but just down right now. You hear a shuffling in this direction. You also hear a shuffling in this direction. A Bearwolf emerges in this direction.
I was gonna say, Leland, it's too bad your fat ass couldn't see around the corner.
Okay, I get the formation to go next to you.
Shield. Wall.
Shield, wall, and then like try to get you to go behind us.
Okay, well, you say it takes
Shuffling your booty.
an extra movement to go through a wall like that?
Yep.
So you have your movement.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
And we're gonna go in front of you.
7.
So we're gonna go.
Fuck.
Keep in mind this is an off turn. If
Oh.
you guys are doing this.
Yeah, okay, so that's just 5.
So tell me who's doing which off turn first, because they're one by one.
Leland is backing the fuck up.
Bear.
Oh, I found him! I found him!
There's a bear.
Yeah.
All right. So how many squares of off turn movement do you have?
5.
Okay, so you lean out as there's a claw that like reaches all the way out to here and goes whoop and drags back. This thing squeezes itself to shuffle through.
Things got fucking reach.
Oh my god.
You see something go there.
Uh-oh.
We yell at you because there's a Bearwolf in front of us.
It's your turn.
Yeah.
Can I get blue and S to go behind us?
Yep, they use their movement to do so.
Alright. A solid unit.
Alright, let's
Silas, you're all by yourself.
I know. I'm just waiting to see what happens.
let's run that keep. I'm firing a
I'll
knife
do a thing, don't worry.
at Bearwolf number 1.
How many
All right,
times
roll
can
it.
how many times can I do bolster? Can I do it like
Once
every
per
turn?
turn.
Once per turn?
Yep,
Okay.
or once per round.
Once per round. I bolster.
All right, roll for it and distribute it.
Okay. What do I roll for that again?
And bolster only gets you to tired ready threshold, right?
Yeah, it's within that bracket.
Yeah. But if I go above tired into ready, I keep the extra.
Understand.
Cool.
Okay, that's 28. Chelsea, mind if I borrow your phone real quick?
Okay. Ooh. 24.
Nice.
All right, what damage type are you guys dealing?
I'm doing, I guess, piercing damage because I'm throwing a knife with
Okay.
force.
And how much damage do you deal?
That was 28.
28. Okay, it braces against the attack.
Fuck. Please don't. Bear man.
Please.
Would you say the number was?
28?
Yeah, as you throw this knife at this thing, it just like embeds in this thing's shoulder and it doesn't stop.
Fuck.
Who was next doing a thing?
Chelsea was bolstering.
Bolstering.
And in that case, I'm gonna swizzle up and turn around. Should probably turn my tail.
Yep.
And I am going to hit him with my chain. And I'm also going to deal elemental damage on that.
All right, what type of elemental damage?
I'm probably copying Leland with fire on this. No, I'm going poison.
Leland, you were doing fire?
I was
Or were you
doing
piercing?
piercing with a knife.
Okay, so you just threw it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, I thought you had it imbued or something.
No, I sold that.
Right. So that is... And that is 16 for the chain damage, and does it add the 2d6 elemental? Is that just 2d6 elemental? Is there like
You have to choose the like damage type, like fire, poison, cold, acid.
Yeah, but is there like plus magical plus nothing like that? I don't know.
If it's a bonus to your weapon roll, then it's just the bonus.
It's the battle mage bonus.
Yeah, then it's just the bonus.
So that's 8 fire.
Okay, so 8 fire. And then, okay, I've just got the 8 fire. You rolled 16 as well.
Yes, with the chain.
Who else is dealing damage?
Anyone in the squad?
Right, so Selma in the back with the spear jabs the Bearwolf. Doesn't seem to deal a lot of damage. Your attack seems to connect just fine.
Haha.
Nice.
Right,
Did you do fire?
Yes.
Elbjorn and Red look to you and they go like, shield?
Wall!
Alright. Are you moving a square forward?
Sure.
Okay. They go, whoom, and these guys attack at the same time.
I ask everybody else to move forward as well. So that we're a unit.
Unit.
I mean, technically, Blue and what was it? Salem?
Excuse me.
Selma.
Selma. That's it. Blue and Selma could still form a unit, being at Leland's booty.
Could you pass me the calculator?
Oh yeah.
Need to calcumify.
Calcumify.
Mathinator 3000. Guys, bad news. This thing's immune to knives.
Oh no! Your entire plan is for naught.
Gonna have to improvise.
Aren't you like a master elementalist?
And master knife crafter.
And that's kind of his whole shtick.
Man.
All right. Last but not least, Blue is joining in with a quick burst of flame to accompany.
Ooh. Spicy. Literally. It's spice.
Mm-hmm,
It's real. It's got real spice to it.
Okay. The turn switches over. You guys see that the Bearwolf here is growling and looking towards you guys. It's rearing back, sort of like a dog getting ready to like rush at you.
Oh god.
So, welcome to telegraphing. If anything big is about to do a big ol' move, I'm gonna telegraph it. This is the only time I'm ever gonna announce it. What that basically means is that, like, somehow you guys are gonna be alerted that a big thing's gonna happen. And if you don't react accordingly, a big thing's gonna happen.
Oh fuck.
Move to the side of the... Everybody move back a little bit so that when it jumps, it misses.
Okay.
Or what we could do is it jumps, shield wall, push it up.
Okay, we're going with Vesta's plan. I ready the sort of force to help this thing just get launched over our heads, I guess.
Okay. Is that using your new yes and benefit that you picked up when you
Yes!
went to this session? Okay. Roll it with plus 10.
Okay. Okay, that's... not good, not good, not good! Oh god!
You can help with this, can't you?
Yes, I can. I'll also assist.
Alright.
Okay, I got 27.
So
Leland's
this
rolling a big ol'
is
27.
This is
Okay.
off turn.
So as... Yep.
Okay.
So as this
How
thing
much should we heal
is
from
surging
bolster?
forward,
24.
24. Okay.
you guys go low and then shove forward. As this happens, you're assisting with a quick yank of force. This thing, you see its claws go like rake against your shield, and then they go whoop as this thing is pulled upwards by the force. It goes past you guys and then goes.
That was a
There.
21 additional from me assisting Leland, I guess.
Man. Man, where were you, Salus?
I was assisting you.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Yeah, I did 21. What did you do?
27.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, I guess.
I was only assisting. You know, I can't show up the person who's doing the thing.
No, it's
Oh, yeah, you have plus 10. Screw you.
I had plus 10. I also do plus 5 with force affinity.
Oh, that's actually good.
Yeah, listen, I've been moving knives around all my life.
I didn't realize you took elemental affinity.
I did. For throwing knives, you understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so we didn't kill the bear, and now we're all on the opposite side of the shield wall.
Okay, back up, everybody. We need to have the shield wall face towards the cave.
So just
Yeah, all off
Yeah,
turn.
yeah, like that.
We all off turn move.
well,
How much is an off turn?
as long as you
Off
have
turn is no stamina, other than like
Doesn't-
unless you're attacking.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which Gabe and I did, but you didn't. Yours was more of a brace.
You hear the other, and then it's cut off in this distance.
Fuck.
This direction over here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was in the middle of a bear den. It's not like he would have survived anyway. But I mean, we didn't have to
Off
throw the
turn?
bear at him. Okay. Well, we know for sure there's a bear in this direction.
Yeah.
And I think there's a bear in here as well.
So, the question is, do we
Really should put that in a bowl beforehand.
intentionally track down the bear?
We're gonna have to go deeper in this cave, I think. I think that's what the bears want. Or we could start banging on our shields.
I'm sure the bear will be intimidated by you banging on your shield.
I mean, the bear banged against the shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we could
okay,
probably
okay.
draw them out
okay.
a little bit.
I'm gonna try sneaking up through the corridor again.
All right, roll for it.
My delicates. Not as good. That's a 14.
All right. You feel sneaky enough.
I'm a sneak snack.
Sneaky snack.
I only used half of my movement as well.
Is it our turns again?
Well,
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's your turns again.
Okay.
And that includes the sneaky you just did.
Yeah, so I just used it for that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Do I see anything in either left or right side of where I'm looking?
Nothing you couldn't see before.
Okay. I motion that it's safe to move forward.
Okay.
okay. Now, do you want the shield wall to go in front of you, or
No, I'm still gonna sneak forward. Well,
Okay.
actually, I've already used up my turn, so that's pretty much it.
are you guys? Okay. You going up?
Yeah.
Now, do you want to split up and have one shields up here, and a shield watching our back?
You saw that.
I did see that. I did in fact see that.
Okay.
Did it go behind us?
I'm basically going Vesta left.
Left? Okay. I yelled back.
Okay, let me know when you take each turn.
Okay. So, we're moving back.
Yeah, I yelled back.
Technically, this is like the remainder of your movement because you didn't actually use all that much
Okay.
to begin with.
So I'm using. Yeah. Okay. We're taking the turn.
And then the
movement.
shield wall turn that way, yes.
And Salas, what are you doing?
I'm staying there.
Okay,
And that's a turn?
that's a
Yes.
turn.
I used my movement to snick.
Well, you have to stop saying "well." It's a
Well-
perfecto. Well,
You don't have to.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
You don't have to.
Well.
Wow.
Well.
Wow.
Well.
I decided to bring up some character profiles.
That's me.
And there's a Leland.
It's me. Well, that's old.
The character sheet,
Yeah.
like, yeah, they need to be updated. One of those me. Mine's also, because now I have 4 weapon, 4 grace, 3 delicate, 4 elemental.
Yeah.
Like, I've upped quite a bit.
Mine's
And there's
fairly
Eldrin.
similar, actually.
Eldrin doesn't have thingamabob.
Okay.
Okay, I'm preparing a big ball of fire in my hands, like.
Shield.
Okay, as you make a bigger and bigger flame, it actually illuminates stuff that you can see based on the way it's casting the light. Oop, I forgot to get the clipboard that I need to do the thing.
Pyroblast.
Almost forgot it on the way here, too.
Yeah.
Connie.
That's another of the crap guide to D&Ds for the monk.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love his videos. Everyone needs to check out Crap Guide to D&D.
Now, for a quick word from our sponsor.
Yeah.
Who is
Joe Cat.
not giving us any money
Who's not giving us any money
and is unaware that we're
and is
doing this.
completely unaware that we exist. Joe Cat. Go watch his stuff. It's good.
And how wild would it be if Joe Cat was watching?
I would be incredibly surprised.
I'm pretty sure we have like no Uyghurs right now.
We have Salad Joel.
He here.
Yeah, he here.
Hello.
Hello! Man.
He's my favorite salad,
Yep.
aside from the Dole Asian Island Crunch, also not sponsored.
Also, very sponsored. Never been more sponsored in my life.
Very sponsored in the sense that we're not sponsored at all.
Yeah, we're not gonna
Yeah.
do
So you see this area illuminated.
Okay. And any things that are particularly large and furry in that direction?
Nope.
It's clear
Leland,
from
put a
here.
bolt of fire down there.
I mean, I'm kind of charging up a big one here, like, I
Okay.
want to waste it.
Keep in mind, you also need line of sight.
I'll do a fire dart down in that direction, but I don't think it'll illuminate much more.
Have you guys taken another turn?
No, this would be an
I
off
have
turn. Do
not.
we want to wait?
Yeah, I'll wait.
Let's
I don't
wait.
want
I mean,
to. I don't want to waste off turns doing. Technically, that would be an attack.
I do really like the idea of Leland building up a giant anime-style fireball. And it's like, could you shoot a fireball that way? And he's like, well,
Seems a bit like a
I got this
waste.
big plasma ball. Like,
This is pretty hot.
yeah.
I don't know if
Like,
I want to use this
this
for
is-
illumination.
Yeah. This is kind of a bare caliber, you know.
Just melts a wall with it. Like, ha!
Aha!
Look how awesome that was.
You see something drop from within this chamber over here. It surges towards you.
I told you they could climb on walls!
Okay, at this point it leaps at you. You see this thing about to bear down on you with both like long extended claws and its entire weight coming down.
What are you gonna do?
I know what I want to do. I just don't know if it's smart.
If it's grapple, I swear to God.
I would like to punch it.
No, you wouldn't!
No, you would not.
Yes, I would, with the full force damage. I am going to surge forth and just falcon punch him in the gut.
Alright.
Falcon punch. Oh man.
This is hand to spell. This is a melee dart. Automatically, it doesn't matter what happens. If this is a thing, he moves back 2 squares. I am saving my own hide with this.
Okay, so this thing is going to make a weapon, not a damage roll, but a weapon check. If it succeeds, there's something a bit worse than a status effect
Well,
coming at you.
I was assuming I was going to dodge. Like, can I take like the action to dodge this as I'm moving forward?
It would be either the dodge, or this would be an attempt at a parry with the melee spell bonus.
I'd rather go for a dodge because I have more grace than delicate.
Okay.
Like, as 2 separate things. First dodge, then get inside and punch.
Okay.
Oh, Salus, you idiot. Bears eat snakes.
Lots of things eat snakes. Snakes eat snakes.
There's a whole category of snakes for that.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
Oh, that was a 1.
Oof. Big oof.
That is...
Almost exactly average, honestly.
16. Yeah, that's 16.
And it adds onto your threshold?
Yes. The threshold, since I'm doing hand to touch...
Hand to spell.
Hand to spell.
Mhm.
That's another +5 threshold onto my 4. So that goes to, let's see, 16 would go to 20, go to 25.
Okay, so you see this thing come within 1 inch of your head as you duck downward as it goes whoom. That being said, it's down to your other off turn now because you're right underneath it with a punch.
Falcon punch!
Falcon punch!
Oof. I'm gonna show you what force damage is, boy!
Okay.
It's not gonna actually do much damage, but he's going across the room.
He's going 2 squares.
2 squares!
No, plus force damage.
I guess, yeah. That's not too bad,
It's
actually.
not too bad. That's
A little
basically
above average.
essentially the same roll as last time. A little bit worse. So that would be, let's see.
I mean, this is the roll to do worse on. Like,
Yeah. 16 plus 2 for 18, and yep, 18.
Alright, how far is that push?
2 squares with whatever the maximum of the 18 rolled force damage is.
You would reduce it by 5 to add 1. What was the base you said?
Base of 2 squares.
Okay.
So that would put him like.
Well,
maybe
technically, I hadn't moved him. He's technically on you.
Oh, yeah. So
So that would
push
be
him
1,
back.
2, unless you're aiming 1, 2, or 1, 2, or...
I'm gonna keep him in line of sight of the group, so I'm gonna say 1, 2 down that way,
Okay. 1, 2...
and then I'll reduce it by 5 to go an extra square into the
Okay,
wall,
so 13.
and
And
then
then
I am scampering.
Roll plus 1d6. That puts your tail technically behind you. Or in front of you.
Solid 5. So I averaged that out, I guess.
Alright, I'm going.
Like, he's there!
I'm going duck.
I use the rest of my movement to drop.
Oh, come on. Please, please, please. No!
does Gabe get, because this thing was just thrown into a wall, does Gabe get, like a...
Oh, don't pity me.
Don't.
Don't pity me.
like a, what's the word I'm
21.
looking
No.
for?
21.
That's still good damage.
Well, it's good damage, but I have a plus 10 from Spell Snipe.
And that's with fire?
That's with fire.
Alright.
It's still good. It's still decent.
It's just a little airborne. It's still
It's
good.
just 2 1s. That's all.
Man.
You got a 6 in there, like.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's a 6.
That's true. It evens out. It's a little below average, I think.
Yeah.
Alright. There's
I
a
love
burst
it.
of flame that surges towards it. That being said, as that happens, it illuminates some of the nearby area.
One inch.
1 inch.
Was it actually one damage off dealing? Yeah.
It was 1 damage off a death roll.
Oh Glad I got the meme out of the way. Okay, I don't need to do it anymore.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. You're really lucky Leland didn't see you do that, or else he would be,
I like to think that he saw me do that.
Well, Leland was expecting to come from here, so until you yelled, you hadn't turned around.
I have been thinking about that for literally a week, and I'm glad I got it out of my system.
Man.
You're right, that was the roll to do poorly on the damage.
Yeah.
I could have rolled 4 1s at that point, it didn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Would somebody be able to roll me a d6?
4.
Please continue.
Shield.
Leland was throwing a fireball at that boy.
Yep,
Yeah.
I got that one.
Okay.
And so I'm going to continue to move back so that the shield wall can shield wall.
Alright, 1, 2.
Yeah, and then I'll probably like coil round to see it.
Shield wall moves towards the boy.
And I'm saying, don't let it get away. We can't let it get away again.
Selma moves in here, preparing a spear. Blue, in turn, fires another bolt of fire at this thing.
Spicy.
Aren't you glad I didn't say grapple?
I try to grapple a bear that's like 1,000 pounds and is jumping on me.
Yeah, I was gonna say fairly certain. Leland successfully grapples it. He's just, or Celis successfully grapples it. He's just on top of it, holding it. Like he's not contained at all.
See, that's a mad mongrel move right there.
As the fire blossoms into this area and illuminates it again, the Bearwolf dodges out of the way, and then, using off turn, scampers up into here.
God damn it.
Using hit and run tactics. Well, luckily they haven't hit us yet.
Man.
Okay. I'm starting to see what you guys were saying about maybe this this wasn't as easy as I thought it was gonna be.
Celis is going, are you kidding me? Did you see that? I like dodged his claw and like punched him across the... Celis is like super happy now.
Did you think we were just gonna come in here and like do this punch a bear in the face and kill it and leave?
Yeah, well, kind of everything so far has kind of been that way. Honestly, like we haven't had too much trouble. I assumed bear, like.
Celis has his chain in his hand and he's coiled, but he's basically a spring at this point. He's like bouncing. He's like,
man, did you see that? It was like this
he's
close, and I was
he's like, fucking adrenaline going, boys. Let's do this.
I'm like, I'd like, I'm kind of grabbing his collar and like, you were an inch away from weeks in a medical bed.
But
From
I didn't get hit.
death.
Something here groggily clambers in. You can't see without a lot of light.
I'm charging up a force blast.
Someone falls to the ground stumbling. They're covered in blood.
I'm going to move forward before Leland can. 'Cause
Shield
Leland's-
wall.
Yeah, Leland's a
Forward.
bigger boy, so...
Okay, you guys compact in, and then you move your shields over to protect.
And I'm gonna get somebody to drag them back.
Yeah, I'm
scoop. Oh, are you scooping?
Yeah, I'll scoop him and drag him back. Was there a person that had like medical know-how aside from Leland?
I mean, these guys are epidemiologists. A lot
Yeah.
of them are cross-trained as doctors.
But
So get someone to do
yeah, I was like, Selma's just trying to survive, right? So like, I'm just gonna be like, Selma, you're up. Like, get him out of here.
Okay.
Corpses are in the way.
Well,
Selma, not
he's
fighter.
stumbling. Like it'll only be a 10
Well, no,
issue.
he is face down in the dirt.
Selma pulls out a couple of cloths from a messenger bag and nods, taking over. Moves in place and starts staunching this guy's bleeding.
I want to listen real good. Can I roll a listen check?
I'm not going to say roll a listen check, but I will say that you notice something.
Stop.
There's a sloshing noise.
A sloshing.
Like a water sloshing, or like a big jelly donut being bitten into, sort of sloshing.
Like this kind of sloshing.
Fuck.
Oh shit.
One of them takes a nice deep gouge at you.
I think I hear something, guys.
It's like right next to you and just goes.
Fuck.
I'm thinking like that dog that just does the like.
Yeah, basically.
Can I roll to? Can I use ritual to ward like worries? Is that still a thing that you can do in the game?
Yes, you'd be warding yourself. So yeah, roll ritual. Add it to your threshold.
Oh, please.
Against 27.
That's a pretty good roll.
But will it be good enough?
You're in a unit. You're in a full stack unit.
8.
Like, what is the bonus from that stack, though?
Oh god,
Sorry.
how do my rules work?
What was I rolling against?
27.
Oh, I have 22.
Plus the
Plus threshold.
threshold for the
You
unit.
might actually save. Actually, I'm fairly certain the max you can get is +5, which we would reach. I'm fairly certain the maximum, like, unit
If we're
formation
getting
is
confirmation
+5.
on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're checking the database.
Checking the database.
+1 threshold per person, I think?
Yes. Plus also shields.
Right,
Which-
shields count as a person.
Yes.
Yeah, max plus 10.
Max +10.
So
Are
it's
you serious?
Yeah.
3
So
shields.
it's Leland, Salas, Lou, Selma, Elbjorn, Red's shield, Elbjorn's shield, and Vesta's out of the group right now. Because body.
Okay, so, I mean, I make it.
9.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a 30.
So this one continues its movement. So right as you're doing this, you sort of like, you just go, and you cross your fingers and raise an arm, and there's a flash of light as this thing bounces off of you. This one, however, charges at you next with a second swing.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm guess I'm rolling
Can I...
brace for this one.
He's
Or-
coming in for a swing. Can I see him coming in?
Yeah?
Can I
Please,
whack
please,
him with the
please,
chain
please.
so that he can't?
That's not bad.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright.
12.
You're rolling to attack for like a grapple, or?
No, this is just whack.
Okay, yeah.
I'm also
yeah,
going to do
okay.
elemental force.
Okay. So in that case, I'll resolve that before the
Yeah.
attack.
What's he rolling? What did he roll?
I'm
We're
whacking
checking
him with the
this
chain
no,
with force.
the
to-
bear.
For the second attack,
Yeah.
this is happening first as an
Oh.
interrupt.
Yeah. So that would be... Have I done anything other than move this turn? I don't think I've taken any other action.
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay, so that's not even... Cool. Don't even lose stamina for this. Chain attack is... Good. It's 19, that's 21 for the chain damage, and... that is 8 force, and I'll use one of the... or 5 of the damage to throw him, so that's 3 damage.
Okay. He is You
Just
see
kind
that
of
this
throwing
thing,
him off course.
as you snap this chain, it stops bothering the claws. You actually see one of the claws go down to like land, and it snaps at your chain.
Fucker!
So what was the total like damage roll effectively?
It was 21, and I mean, without applying the force to move, it was another 8. So that would have been 29.
All right. This thing tries to snap at you, but instead of managing to hit, you hit this thing in the side of the head, and it like rolls off to the side before steadying itself.
Can
Got your
I
back, bro!
can I tell Selma to bring herself? It's a she, right?
He.
He. Can I bring Selma? Tell Selma to bring himself
Mhm.
and the person behind, Elborn? Elbjorn?
Yep.
Yeah, so I can get back into the group.
Moves him to the side and continues
Really?
to stabilize.
Yeah, I was
it's back
gonna-
to your main turns again.
Okay, so I'm. Oh, okay. I'm.
I want to get the shield. Can we get the shield wall in front of? Can we rearrange? I want to get the shield wall in front again.
Okay, but just before you do that, I'm taking a dart, a heckin' dart at this bear 1, and I'm doing a force dart, and I'm using a rebounding dart that'll hit the second bear too.
That's fancy.
Yeah, it's a little trick I picked up at the academy.
You didn't go to an academy.
Well, fuck.
I went to an academy. I went to the Mages Academy, but that was only to ask about Cree.
God damn it.
Wow,
Okay.
your dice hate you.
I know.
You're doing
This
okay.
guy stands up. He seems to be able to get by on his own.
Okay, so that's
Cool, because he's going to have to make a run for it while we fight bears.
That's 15 force on bear 1. I'm kind of going like chapow, and it bounces off and hits bear 2 for 17.
All right. So, what's the first damage
15. Force.
against
Bear one.
1? Any movement effect or
Nope.
just okay?
And that ricochets onto Bear 2 for 17 damage.
Damn, Ricky Shay.
Yeah.
Ricky Shay.
And then I'm taking an off turn to do the inverse to Bear 2, ricochet to Bear 1.
Before the off turn
Yes.
takes place, both of them lunge at you.
Well, that seems fair. You know?
So the first attack is
Are we still part of a unit?
yes.
Well,
Uh,
Salas, Leland, and Blue are part of a unit.
Because I'm
Blue
next.
makes the connection back to the shield wall.
Okay.
That being said,
Oh,
you guys
great,
aren't
he's
really a
diagonal.
shield wall effectively at this point. You're just protecting the wounded, but
But for the purposes of mechanics, yes, it is
Yeah.
a unit.
Then Leland is about to be the wounded.
so 29 is the first one.
And I'm gonna do
29.
I'm gonna off turn
Okay.
to do the same thing to the bear again for the second attack.
Oh, and our
Okay.
turns have reset, so I have my off turns again, eh?
Yeah, so
Oh,
in
actually,
terms
yeah,
of the
I
way
have
the
to.
off turns interrupt, it would be that off turn, your attack, another off turn, your attack.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm still able to block the bear, correct?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the second bear attack, yeah.
Okay, so you said that was a 29? 10, 17.
Plus 9.
I've added that 9.
15,
Uh,
19,
Yeah, 17 plus 7
That's-
is
20,
25.
21
No.
again
Oh, I-
that,
For
for the chain.
and you're attacking to try and like drive it off.
I'm doing the same force damage elemental thing.
Okay, so then that'll be after it attacks then, because it's 1 bam, 1 bam. Because of how the interrupts like stagger.
Right.
So this thing's swiping at me, and I'm crossing my fingers like this, and man, it gets through.
Okay. So then, were you using your off turn to do anything other than the defense?
No.
This is the
Okay.
force damage I rolled. 2 1s.
Oof.
I still hit it with the chain, so I mean.
I wanted to rearrange.
15
true.
is the next one.
This is true.
Okay.
Salus just really wanted to get off its damage. He wanted to show Salus.
Keep in mind your
very-
baseline threshold plus like the unit.
Yeah.
Yep. I rolled 2 1s there, so that's why I got. Didn't make it that time, so 9, 10, 11, 14,
Behold, Leland. This is the
27.
end of
Yeah,
Leland.
you're good.
Okay. How
Okay,
much damage
now
did
it's
Spike
yours.
1 do?
It was 29.
29 damage. Oh! That's how it
Yep.
works.
So
Okay,
that's
now it's you.
21 chain for the second bear that was going to attack him.
Alright.
And
21 you said?
Yes.
Right.
And then 2 force damage because I rolled 2 ones.
You're not even out of ready.
No. Whew, I'm almost breaking a sweat here.
Okay.
God, keep these bears at bay.
Right, so did you guys take a turn then they did those swipes?
Yes.
Yes. I want to do a rearrange
Yes.
on our turns.
I'm like, shield wall?
I wanted to, and you're like, no, let me fight these
Let me do
bears.
some woo
And then the bears attack you, and I'm like, rearrange now? And you're like, okay.
Okay.
The
I'm
bears-
starting to learn my limitations as a combatant.
The bears rear back and snarl at the group. They seem to be like prepping back and ready for a strike. Both of them.
I told you. Okay, should we try to do? I guess we can't do the same thing again, can we? Because they're.
At this point, like, because these things are telegraphing, you guys have a chance to all take an off turn before it resolves.
Yeah, I'm gonna dodge on that one. I've seen the bear. I'm moving out of the way.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll.
Moving or dodging? Because you can also off turn move.
I'm gonna dodge.
Alright.
I'm gonna move.
Can
Are you
I?
moving?
Just like in like one square. Yeah.
Or this way.
Like that.
Right?
I would like to use force magic to bring down a section of the cave roof between me and the bear.
Yeah, go for it.
That's what I'm doing.
So consider this an elemental attack.
Okay. Okay, elemental attack. Is it a, would you call it a dart?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so then that is a 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 21, and then plus 10 from spell snipe, that'd be a 31.
Okay. keep that number in your head, 31.
31. Okay. I'm gonna take 10 stamina from.
All right. Blue toddles behind the line.
I'm like, don't worry, I got this. Doing the Master Yoda.
These guys sort of like try to force themselves back, as do they, but they're struggling for space.
Yeah, I'm doing the 5Ds of dodgeball. Or dodge bear, I guess. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and don't get mauled.
Not getting mauled was my favorite part. Not getting mauled was my favorite part of dodgeball as a kid.
Yeah, me too.
I'm flashing back to those times playing dodgeball back
Okay,
home.
the first one leaps. As it leaps forward, you throw up a burst, and this thing like hurls its way past. You don't need to dodge at this point. It's like tumbling. It crunches against the wall and falls there.
Well, shit.
Another chance for an off turn. This thing starts to bear down. It's coming down with all its weight towards this group.
Let's come in this direction. I'm doing a leap to this side.
All right.
To move 5.
So you charge to the side.
Would he actually hit me in his charge, or am I in like a corridor? Like, I'm just gonna slink
You're
into
here.
that. I'm just gonna slink into that corridor there.
Okay. It's technically difficult terrain, but you're Pythona.
I'm
so you're
Pythona,
at
so I don't
full
give a
movement.
fuck.
You can actually see the way through here.
I like just brace me and Blue.
All right. These guys try to make their way back in.
Man, the group has been split up.
Yeah.
The charge continues and skitters to a halt here as this claw comes bearing down towards Elbjorn.
No!
And that's a hit for... This is going to be our first death roll.
Oh,
No! Elbjorn!
So for the viewers at home, actually, how good of a contrast is this? This has got to mean something. Now, I'm going to switch over for a prettier die.
Yeah, you want to get that good die. You gotta get that good shit.
no!
What's Elbjorn's death roll on his character sheet?
0.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. So a 1 means he's just unconscious. A 6 means he's dead or dying. Anywhere in between is somewhere in between.
3. Somewhere in between.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Elbjorn.
All right. As this thing comes bearing down, he moves to like block it with its shield, and the full force of it just sends him hurtling back through this corridor. You hear a crunch as he slides somewhere down in there.
Oh no!
We lost an eye in the shield wall.
Oh shoot.
Alright, so it goes back top turn order?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, someone needs to go look at Elbjorn, but at the same time, we cannot split up anymore.
I'm like sliding back like an old Western showdown.
We need to get back together. But the bears are kind of blocking off those guys. We gotta get the attention off of them to bring them back over here.
I am basically going to...
Is it our turns again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to spin around in my little corridor. And I'm going to come out. And I want to Falcon Punch Bear 2 again down the hallway.
All right. So you got to be in position to do that.
Yeah.
melee.
Yeah, I'm mailing him down that hallway and signaling for Vesta to form up on me.
Yeah.
This one here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I get us to move?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4,
This guy runs,
5-ish.
as do Red and Selma.
Yeah, because I just basically want to get them away from Bear 2, so Bear 2 can't swipe at them as they run. So that is a full-on elemental attack. Very good. That's 16, 19, plus 2 damage, so that's 21. I seem to be rolling a lot of 21s. Like a lot of 21s.
Like exclusively.
Like exclusively 21s. So my last 3 4-die rolls have been 21s. In different formations. Like I rolled 3 5s one time.
Looks like I have a cursed
Alright,
blood or
so-
something.
Yeah, jeez.
You said, what was the roll? 21 damage?
Yeah, 21 force, so it automatically moves 2 squares from hand to spell, and I'll reduce it by 1 to slam him into a wall.
By 5 damage, you mean?
Yes.
So it would go down to 16, right?
Yeah.
And then add a d6. 2d6 actually, because he was already hitting a wall.
7.
Alright, so that's a net plus 2 for 23.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to swivel about.
I'm going to use my movement to sneak up here. I have sort of a line of sight right to Bear 2. And I'm giving him a big old force. Big old force damage. I'm saying, this is for Elborn, you... Well, that was a 6, but I'll re-roll that because it fell off the table technically. I got a 6 again. The karma is nice to me. Whew. This is for Elborn, you weird
This
bitch.
one here is off turning and scampering somewhere. You hear scratching noises.
Not good, but I rolled a
Leland, you're keeping an eye on our flank on that one.
34.
34, what type of
Force
damage?
damage on Bear 2.
Alright.
Poor Wolf, part of the Bearwolves. They always get abbreviated out. You know,
The BW.
BW. Isn't that
Yeah.
It's a Hard Knocks life.
Volkswagen BW.
I guess
That's
I haven't
fine.
really been keeping track. Is force damage like seeming to be powerful or weak towards these bears?
We're just kind of throwing them places.
Yeah, for the most part, you're just beating them back based on size alone. It's the only thing you're really using to sort of like stop their advances.
Fire is really good.
Yes.
This one scampers through. You see it sort of look to both sides, and then it scampers this way.
Oh, that bitch!
If I had to guess, it's gonna come somewhere around here again. Because tunnels.
Should we go find our friends?
Do you remember which way this guy went?
That guy, yeah. I think
Okay.
I'll go that way. Well, friendos showed
They're our
up there.
friends!
With Elbjorn!
They're probably dragging them, but...
Or sorry, not Elbjorn. That was a mistake.
No! Oh, you make me so sad, Will. You hurt me so much. Okay.
Okay, we gotta go find these bears.
We gotta find Elborn.
Yeah, he's in there.
I'm...
Zelda, did you see Elbjorn? Zelda, did you see Elbjorn?
No, I didn't.
Fuck. Okay.
But we know where he is. Let's go that way.
Okay, let's head towards Elbjorn. I'm trying to be a part of things. I'm like, shield, wall! Do I...
Don't have a shield!
Anyone? Like, can I... Is that a thing?
Is it our turns again?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna rush forward. I'm gonna signal for them to wait, and I'm gonna rush forward probably. But okay, so I'm moving with Vesta in that one.
What's Blue's movement?
Blue is 8/4.
So I move that far.
Elbjorn is 5/1.
Do I see Elby?
Okay. What you see is this.
Oh god.
What sort of light source do you guys have? Blue's making a bright one, so he's.
I'm making a
illuminating this
bright one
way.
as well.
Okay.
Shield wall. Everyone just starts moving. Oh, okay.
Yep, that's what you see. And
No LB?
let me check some.
A lot of people in here.
So that bear is definitely coming behind us. Like the bear that ran off like this way.
Uh-huh.
He's definitely.
Okay, can I tell Selma to drag the body out of the cave?
Well, it's not a body.
Oh, it's a guy?
Yeah, he's like a guy.
Oh.
Like he's like walking.
I'm worried about the bear just coming behind and just wrecking Selma.
Selma, how's bear meat looking?
Like, it doesn't really matter. It's fucking Selma.
I have no idea.
Selma's just trying to stay alive in this fight.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, Red. Tell me watch our flank.
Right.
Selma, you get the guy out of here.
Right. They're climbing. He moves to. He seems to be able to climb for the most part on his own. He's a little weak though. Definitely has bled a decent bit.
All right.
Okay. Let's let the turn go, I guess.
And as the turns go by, bears running underground.
Okay. Okay. Another turn goes by. Selma's helping this guy get out.
I guess we want to kind of scratch in a bit, eh?
I'm gonna continue forward to find Elbjorn.
Are you moving at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're following Sales.
Yeah.
When I move forward, do I see which direction he would have gone?
Yep. There's an upshoot this way. You can climb up. It's just like 1.5 meters, so it's just kind of rough.
Okay. Rough terrain is my specialty.
Mine is knives.
Is he up there?
I've come to the realization we're getting close to the edge of what's actually visible on the map.
Yes,
That
we are
being
at
said,
the
I
edge of
have
visible
empty space over here, so I'm going to do that.
Yeah, don't move it up.
Here.
We specifically marked the spots for where the edge of the camera is.
Okay.
That way it's unbeknownst to the viewer, but nounced to us.
Oh, well, now it's nounced to everybody.
Now it's nounced to
Now you just
everyone.
Now you just come and said it.
Well, you know what? It's fine.
So much for the Disney magic.
Does Disney still have magic? Do they still experiment in witchcraft and wizardry?
The Disney School of Witchcraft and Wizardry
I mean, they-
famed around the land.
They
Yes.
bought Harry Potter.
No, they didn't. That's still Universal.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's Warner Brothers Studios.
Oh, I thought they were the same at this point.
No, they basically are, but
Disney bought Marvel.
Yeah, Disney,
Yeah.
they got the Marvel.
yeah.
Oh, and they bought the Fox. Fox is the
Yeah,
one
they bought Fox. So now they have X-Men as well, and Fantastic Four,
Mm-hmm. And Spider-Man.
and Spider-Man.
Wait, no, that's Sony.
Yeah, they already had Spider-Man, didn't
Anyway, who are you going to sell the Bloodwine rights to, Will?
they?
Nobody. God damn it, it's my... It's mine.
the,
Or
movie,
me.
the movie rights. The movie rights.
They gotta make a good pitch.
Okay, so all of the Bloodwine characters come to New York.
Oh god! I'm gonna.
And they meet with a kooky ad exec who's trying to get his life together.
I'm checking on Elbjorn. What's Elbjorn's stats? What's his status? How's he doing?
Roll doctor.
We're gonna shout down the tunnel. I found him.
Oh
He seems to be unconscious.
What's the roll?
no!
One.
No, it's a 2. I have
Oh.
1 in mental.
Oh, okay.
He's still breathing. He's still warm. He's unconscious. That's all you know.
He's alive.
His leg looks kind of shitty.
In that case, I'm going to. He's fucking unconscious. Would I need both my hands to carry him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know who wouldn't need both hands to carry him?
Yeah, I know. But can you get your fat ass up here?
Why don't you just lower him down?
Alright, fine. I'll grab him and start moving towards the rest of the group.
Alright.
Okay.
Here, if you guys move out of the way a bit, I'll just mosey on over here.
I'm on guard. Is there anything coming?
Red moves in to follow with you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Red, get back here. We don't.
You're
need
on
no-
guard, you say?
Yeah.
Movement.
Hopefully, someone wasn't trying to get back into the cave.
You hear a sloshing noise.
Guys, sloshing. It's coming.
Okay, get Elborn down here.
I'm moving.
You're.
I have no legs, only arms to carry.
Only arms for me.
How do I hold all of these Elbjorns?
Oh sure, when I tell him to hurry up, he's like, "Oh man, not having legs, such a big disadvantage." I'll make fun of him for it. I'm the asshole.
Yeah, you are the asshole. How dare you make fun of someone with no legs?
Well, when you say it like that.
You were born with no legs. You're not supposed to have any legs.
Alright, so where were we? What's going down here?
I am carrying Elbjorn. How is that progressing?
Moves you at half speed.
Okay, so that's still 3.5 rounded whichever way.
Yep. You see that this guy, as you were checking, seems to be breathing as well.
Elbjorn first.
Right, you drag him.
Is there anybody else up there?
Yes.
Are you just dropping him onto Leland?
Yeah, I'm just dropping him onto Leland. There you go.
You got an Elbjorn on you.
Hang on. We're just gonna go back and drag the guy probably a little bit less nice than I dragged Elbjorn. Because now this one is just like I gotta fucking do this.
Okay.
Where are you putting him?
Also on your back.
I can only carry one dude.
We'll get him off the cliff, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
Sit
it's
him
kind of
down.
like, you know how riding a horse you could have like a dude tied behind you? Like you could carry two guys.
Okay.
It's just like you're slowed down at that point. The first one is the rider. At this point, you're at half speed carrying a body.
I see. All right.
You got him.
Oh man.
I say we move towards the exit to get these guys out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we may have bitten off a little more than we could chew.
You hear a loud echoing in here.
Let's move.
Well,
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to.
Splash.
Oh,
Oh God.
get down here.
actually, he's in fucking melee range. Punch!
Falcon! Punch!
So it's a 31 to hit. It's chomping down on you.
Am I technically in the unit because of my tail?
Nope, you are like entirely on like a floor above.
Okay, knowing that he's actually gonna attack me, I'm gonna dodge.
Alright, roll it. It's against a 31.
Is there any way you could roll a 31?
No.
You just want to know how well you don't?
Yeah. That's pretty good
Oh.
roll.
That's
That's
a-
like a solid roll.
That's a really good roll.
That is
15,
a
21
that
plus
is a
your-
21 plus my 9, so I'm at 35.
Oh no!
Do you have 9 threshold?
I have 9 because I'm gonna use hand dispel this turn.
Oh.
Yeah, there's the 31 damage then.
All right, I'm tired.
I do like that.
Stupid 5s not being 6s.
I do like that it implies that. I mean, you did manage to dodge it, but it took a lot out of you. Like he didn't actually smack you.
He might have scraped me. Like
Yeah.
one of his
Yeah.
claws might have got me, not the full paw.
At this point,
But-
now that it's in such a close range, you see that it's going towards you, and this thing has kind of like bare paws more than anything else. It seems to be trying to go for a grab.
No, I'm gonna punch him before he gets that opportunity.
Falcon!
Go for it. It's an
punch.
interrupt.
It's an interrupt. I'm fucking punching this
Yeah.
jerk.
This
Full,
jerk!
full on Falcon punch. He doesn't get to
Elbjorn!
grab me. This is my thing. Fuck. Yeah, so that's 10, 15, 16, plus 2 damage is 18. Yeah, so that's 18 damage, force damage on the Falcon punch.
All right. 18 and moving 2.
Yes. But since I'm battle mage, can I add on the chain attack as well to pull one of his legs out from underneath it?
It would be like another off turn, like an onslaught.
Well, isn't the battle mage I can do both at the same time?
Yeah, that's when you add the
boom?
damage. That's when you're using the battle mage thing.
Oh. Okay, no, yeah, I'll just push him back this time.
Poor Cheney hasn't gotten much action this session.
Cheney saved your ass.
Cheney did save my ass. I'm not denying that.
This is just one of the situations where throwing people across the room is way more beneficial, and Cheney is for bringing people close, not pushing them away.
Cheney brings us all closer together.
Cheney brings us all closer together, and I have no more movement.
There's a splash as there's a whole bunch of water, and you hurl this monster back. It lunges out towards you with a hulking reach and manages to lunge for a grab against you.
What?
What's adverse? My grace? Or my...
First it's an attack roll.
Okay.
And then it doesn't deal damage, it's just a 2-hit.
Right.
Oh my god.
23.
Okay, I'll off-turn dodge that shit.
Alright, go for it.
Yes, dodge. Does my +3 to grabs work in this situation?
Yep, because you're dodging a grab.
Sweet.
Nice.
Just gotta roll a 20.
Just gotta roll 20.
Ooh!
Another decent roll.
Okay, so that's 10 right there. That is a 9, so that's 19 plus 5 threshold puts me at 24.
Is the 5 threshold from...
Hand spell.
Okay, so it's technically both are fighting styles, so it's one at a time. At this
One.
case, it'd be hand to spell because it's the last one you used.
Okay. So yeah, so plus 5, that puts me at 29. Or 24, sorry, puts me at, and then another plus 4 for my normal threshold puts me at 28.
Yep, you dodge the grab. It sort of goes like clunk into the ground next to you and scrapes back.
That's my off turns.
Jump down! Oh no, you can't.
That's my off turns dodging.
Can I reach up and grab him by his tail and yank him down?
Yep.
That's what I'm doing then.
Sploosh.
I'm yanking you down. Woof. Okay, we should probably get out of here.
He doesn't have any turns to move.
Yeah, I don't have any turns. I don't
You're
have
turning
any
him,
turns
though.
to move.
You're-
So yeah, so
Oh.
we can move in wall formation.
Okay, let's move. Wall first. Yeah, so let's move us.
Alright.
And then Blue and Eldjorn, and then I'll cover the rear. Because I seem to be good at surviving those attacks.
Yeah. Man.
And now I'm in a unit.
Yeehaw!
And Cheney is prepped and ready to go.
Okay. You guys hear a distant echoing splash, and then another one, and then an "Arrrr" from over here. There's a surge of water as the Bearwolf clambers onto land, looks around, and then charges in this direction. There's a swipe going around the corner at Leland.
Look. I'm getting real sick of this fucking.
Use all your force magic to push him away.
Well,
No, trust me, I have a plan. It's gonna be real sick.
24 to hit. Or 24 damage, rather.
24 damage. Okay, so that's 7, 10, 19 plus.
Actually, at this point, you guys aren't like beef to the nine, so let's double check your unit threshold. Because
Elbjorn
Red.
is no longer the
red, shield, Vesta, shield, blue,
5,
Leland,
6,
Salus.
7. So I hit a 19 plus 7 is 25, and he rolled a.
24.
Okay,
You
So-
you do it.
What
So I-
type of defense was that?
that was
ward?
a ward.
Okay, so there's another lunge that you like blast off with a flash of light.
I like to imagine that it's less of a ward and you using force magic to push their arms away.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Like,
No.
no, it's kind of more me
Don't
showing them a
touch
cool
me.
knife, and they go, ah.
It makes a lunge towards one of the bodies on your back.
Interrupt. Smack it.
Go for it.
This is a chainy smack because he's not in range for a falcon punch.
Hey, is your chain's first name Richard?
You want my chain to be called Dick Cheney? It is now Dick Cheney. It is canon. But everyone just calls him Cheney.
Right.
That's his nickname.
Yeah, his nickname is just Cheney. Alright, if that's the roll, I'm gonna fudge. That's 11. That's a 15. That is a 17 plus 2d6. Yeah, I'll go force. I'm gonna try and whip him in the face to move him back. That's enough to move him back 1 square.
Nice.
With 2 damage to spare.
All right. So, what's the total damage you're dealing?
That was 17 chain and 2 damage plus 1 space moved back.
What kind of damage are you doing there?
Force.
I'd like to throw in my own force hat and really help this roll out.
Yeah, go for it.
It's kind of a 2-for-1 punch, you know.
So, how many scores was it then that you're?
Just 1.
Just the one.
I could only get 1.
Well, it's not a great roll. It's 12, 17, 21 extra force damage.
All right. How much of that are you converting to push? It's 5 damage to
Oh.
reduce for each push.
None of it to push. I'm trying to kill this thing.
All right. So then 21 plus that 2 would be 23 damage with the 1 push. So you go with like a kick and do manage to like boom hit this thing hard enough.
Ooh.
Plus the 17 chain.
Mm.
Now, just for clarification, I can't use affinity and spell snipe on the same attack, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. The attack is still going off. So technically, because this is an unconscious creature, and you're carrying it, then you would be able to roll a defense, but you aren't the one being targeted.
Okay. I will roll a defense then. Sorry, Elborn.
And it's against 24.
It could be the other dude.
Okay. 16. Plus, we had 5. Okay, no. 4, 5, 6, 7, 15. Plus 7. 22.
Yank.
Oh no,
No!
not Guy.
Not man! Not a caveman! Not man, comma, cave! Oh, fuck!
At this point, the howling is getting even louder. Does anybody here have the sensory sensitivity drawback?
Yes.
Nope.
All right, I'm just going to do a quick tappity tap. Oh, fuck.
Do these bears even look remotely bothered by all the damage we've been pumping into them?
You haven't seen the other one in a bit. This one still looks to be like heaving and hollering.
Fuck!
Alright, so you take, what was that? 14 damage. At this point, everyone, so you are deafened, everyone else is as well, but like it's giving you a blistering headache. I'm going to take of the rare candies as well.
Okay.
Okay, gang, we gotta move.
Back to your turns.
How much can everybody move at once?
I can move
7.
6. Unless I go on to.
Red can move 5 with an off turn.
What is the bear grappling the person with?
One of its like hands, basically.
I'm gonna attack the hand with a chain.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do elemental damage.
Alright, go for it.
was feeling 7. That's 17. That's 19 for chain. It's at the very edge of my chain threshold. And then for fire, that's 5 fire.
So what's the total?
What did I say? 17 plus 5.
17 plus 5?
Yeah, for 22? 22.
Okay, you get a solid hit in, and with that burst of flame, it recoils and drops this person. Are you moving thread then?
Yes, move.
Yeah, we're all moving 5 squares.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'll just say, like, 4,
Yeah.
5,
Yeah.
and then you can move another one. So I'll just say, like, there we go. So he's 5 and
Yeah.
6. Moving. Moving. Are you following?
Yeah. I'm really disappointed leaving Man behind. I've really grown attached to him. Feel like he would have been a great party member for us.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're dropping him, then the bear might just come after us and not
Yeah,
bother.
that was my hope, that he wouldn't immediately just be like, free food!
Alright, anybody else taking actions on their turns?
No.
Alright. This thing charges up and clambers to the edge, and then starts to howl in unison, the howling that's echoing through the cave. It's getting louder.
I gotta get out of here.
We all gotta get out of here.
So everyone takes 9. And then Vesta would take an additional 12 on top of that for a total of 21.
Ooh!
So you guys
How's
see
your
that
health,
both
Vesta?
both Vesta and Red are just like cringing super hard, clutching at their ears.
How's your health, Vesta?
I'm like not doing good.
You need to, like, off-turn get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, yeah, let's I'm taking how many off turns do we have left? Does everyone have all of theirs?
I'd save
Red's
at least
got-
one for a dodge.
Okay.
So then, on that note, 1. And then you're moving presumably to Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I'm moving, guarding from Bearwolf 1,
wait, how much movement does Red have on his turn?
5.
but off-turn.
Off 1.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
So the off turns, if we're moving as a unit, are a little bit of a waste. But yeah, that's us.
Okay. And as the howling continues, this thing charges back around. And leaps landing here. The howling that's echoing around stops as well, and you hear another splash. Followed by another splash as this thing's halfway crawling out of the water.
Kill it
You
with
guys.
fire!
Okay, I say we get out of the cave.
Yeah.
Just-
Moving another 5.
I'm going to throw a dart behind me at Bear Force 1.
Alright, Bear Force 1.
Do we have normal movement climbing up the thing?
Oh yeah. this
You take an extra square of movement.
thing. Okay.
I don't. Because I'm new. But I'm staying with the group.
How much does Blue have?
8-4.
And I'm 7'5". That's...
And you're 7'5"?
Yeah. So that's 13 fire. Oh wait.
Against 1.
That's 16 fire. Sorry, forgot to add my magical.
16 against 1? You said?
Yes, against Bear Force 1.
Well, I guess that does extend out a little bit still. Red
Okay.
back there, struggling a bit.
The attack makes a solid connection. They continue to charge inwards.
I'd like to make a force dart at this boy.
Alright, go for it.
Stay back, you bare ass son of a bitch. That's what I thought would sound really cool. 13 plus 6 is 19 plus 10 is 29.
29?
Yeah, and if I convert that all to movement, that would be 4 damage and
5.
5 squares back.
Alright.
4, 5.
And then roll me a d6 because he's colliding with something.
Okay. 6.
Alright.
As I said, take that, you bare ass bitch.
We've just been like, like we haven't really been like killing them. Like we've been dealing damage steadily over time, but it's been more of just us going.
I mean, what else can you do to a bear?
Well, something that one shots you is like, yeah, okay, I don't want it near me.
Yeah.
This thing goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and back sort of towards the entrance. As its turn starts, this one here moves up to follow, and then both of them are readying for a pounce on this location.
Book it.
Book it. Let's all book it.
Let me just move you guys temporarily. You know the formation you're in, so that you guys can see the stuff that's been smudged
Where
away.
is Selma out here?
Selma, you can see, like, is behind cover, like, taking care of the wounded guy.
Oh, okay.
With, like, a proper doctor's kit and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Okay.
So, there we go.
Book it.
And I think that's what... Okay, so who's going where?
Just
I'm
out.
still
One,
staying
two,
towards the
three.
back. I'm basically just ducking into that cove there.
Right.
I will also
1,
duck into the cove.
2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Hey, sis.
What are you doing, dude?
It's an off turn?
Yeah.
And I only have lead song 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that a valid move?
Yep.
I'm running out of the cave.
Okay. There is a, just like, poof of dust and rubble as these guys bear down on this location. You see them sort of like skitter partway up the slope. It's back to your turns.
Okay, I'm
Off turn and off turn, so you guys can interrupt these one by one. First lunging at Red, next lunging at Vesta.
Okay,
The one that's lunging at Vesta, I'm interrupting.
Alright. So then the first one's against Red.
Okay.
Red seems to take the hit, but he doesn't seem to be doing that okay. You see him, like, tap his side.
Okay.
Now, okay, I guess that's for a later thing, but the way it works is we can't interrupt both of their attacks. Because it goes one of our team's off turns, one of their off turns, one of our team's off turns.
Yep.
Now, okay, I have sort of a ricochet shot.
Mm-hmm.
Could I hit both of them with a ricochet shot with one off turn?
Yep.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's 10, that's 11, that is 15, that is 17 for thwapping the bear plus 2, I'm going to say fire damage.
Alright.
For that again.
Yes, and I would like to assist in this by so the I'm guessing what's the ground made of? What's the ground
It's
look like?
solid rock.
Solid rock. Okay. I want to do.
Like, there's bits of rubble, like, from that cloud everywhere. There's tiny bits of, like, stones, but you can feel that you've got firm footing.
Okay, I want to throw. I want to throw air directly in its eyes.
Alright. Yeah, you got plus 10.
Okay, so that is 17 for the attack, and well, so I would make it 27 plus 6 for the fire damage.
All right, so then that goes up to 33.
Protecting my sister. Fuck this bear.
All right, so you burst forth like a gust of air that lifts a whole bunch of debris, and as this thing moves up, like sort of trying to keep itself from being blinded, you snap right in the middle, and there's like a whistling like poof, and a puff of air that clears the debris as this thing snaps, clawing some of the fire from its face. That means it's you.
All right. I'm kind of charging up a firebolt. I'm a fire and blazer, and I'm aiming it at Bear 2. I'm saying, why? Oh, that was a very bad roll. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 22 fire damage.
How do you want to do this?
Ooh, nice.
I just want to set it on fire. Like, I just want to and give it, like, I don't want it to explode or nothing. I just want him to be real on fire and hurt.
All right, so you rear back, you sort of like kick up your legs, and as you stomp forth, you go with the traditional style. You go down and whoomph, and there's a billowing force of flame. Everyone clustered near the edge. You feel the heat, but it doesn't hit you. It's ricochet damaging 1, right? As well?
No, it's just one shot at 2.
Okay, so in that case, 2 bursts into flame, and sort of claws at itself briefly before tumbling down and stops moving.
Ooh.
And I'd like to take an off-turn attack on number 1.
Go for
And
it.
I'd like to assist in that off turn by also taking an off turn to grapple one of the bear's legs with my chain and yank.
Okay, I'm gonna have yours go first because that's better.
Okay.
Ooh, better. Better. That is 10, 12, 16, 18.
18.
Okay. Previously, as you may remember, I screamed, "Why?" And now I'm screaming, "Won't you?" Yeah, that's 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, 27 fire damage.
All right.
I'm almost rafting. I'm at 54.
I'm at 53.
And
Yeah.
can I take one last off turn?
Red is making an off turn first.
Oh, man. See, I got this real cool line that I'm kind of working my way up to here. So I don't want you to lose the thread. You
And
know.
what kind of damage did you deal with the won't you?
Fire.
Okay.
Like red kills it, and you're just like,
Die.
So as this thing tumbles down, you throw your chain and you grapple one of its legs and yank. It sort of falls down, and there's a paw that goes out there, and you see Red go and switch with the grip with his bastard sword and embed the paw on the ground. It sort of looks at you like half pinned to the ground and raises an arm. It's using an off turn to brace. Go for it.
I'm screaming, die! Like, it's a gross scream. Like, it doesn't look very cool at all. I'm just very mad. Oh God, no!
It's like
No!
Is it a power of God and anime on your side?
Yeah.
Kinda?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay,
oh
so
my
that's
god.
There's a power of
well,
God and
21.
anime on my
Wait,
side.
is that?
No, I'm just. This is.
Yeah, 21.
This is a power of God in anime, but you haven't seen his final form yet. So like you think you've killed him, and you're just there, just chilling.
All right, so you go die, and then right as you hurl that last one, it sort of like shrugs it off, and it like looks right towards you and just goes like, and there's flecks of spit that hit you in the face.
Can I shrug? Oh, I can't make another attack. It's just not. I used them all up.
Yeah, you're done.
It's okay. He's grappled and bastard stored it to the ground.
Speaking of, make a brawn roll.
Fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. I was really hoping I could delicate this shit, but Oof. That's 9.
Against a 24.
Against the 24.
Oh
Wait.
no!
You didn't say that was for protection. No, it's 9 versus 24.
Alright, so you only take 2 damage, but this thing kicks with its leg and it sends you hurling at the edge of the chain. Whomp. Whoop! Still your turns.
What? Oh.
You're in a square.
Have our turns reset?
I thought they just reset when you.
Yes. They had. So I'm out of options. I'm out. I'm catching my breath.
I'm You know what? I'm in hand to spell range. And I feel like I need to burn this dude's face. So I'm gonna burn this dude's face with my last off turn.
Go for it.
I am now rafting. I am at 42.
He's trying to dodge out of the way.
I am tired. I don't like this bear.
I don't like him.
I don't like the bear.
I don't like the bear.
Will.
Well, I don't like the bear. That's
Well.
14 plus 2.
He's not being very nice to me.
Bork.
He's a mean doggo.
Is 14.
That's the voice we use for Maya all the
Yeah.
time.
When our puppy is Borks at us, we mimic and go Bork. Come on inside.
Mommy, let me in!
that's-
Bork bork!
That's 18.
Alright, as you lunge towards this thing with your hand, it pulls out of the way and you sort of whiff air.
Damn it.
Bork bork.
I feel like we have overestimated our skills at burning this thing down.
Hey, Will,
Yeah?
a gourd attack, is that brawn or weapon?
That would be weapon.
Damn it.
Do you have any knives?
Well, I have knives, but I don't have any weapon dots, is the problem.
No.
Okay.
You can still
Wait,
do it, it just means that that's the damage you're rolling.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought you didn't have any more attacks.
I don't.
Okay.
I'm prepared. Listen.
Okay.
Leland's catching
Okay.
his breath, wondering why he won't die, as per the question.
Well, because he just full on anime bossed
Have you
you.
acted?
Was my action to assist?
That was last turn.
That was
Last
last
turn.
Okay, I'm gonna bolster. That's what I'm
Alright.
doing.
I could definitely use that bolster.
It's a 7x7, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move first. Oh my god. 1, 2, and then it should be 2, 3. So it should just have him in it, right? Yeah.
It should hit red too, and then clip Elbjorn and Leland. But Elbjorn can't hear you right now.
Now, bear in mind, I'm at 80 stamina right now, so
I'm at 42.
I'm gonna do a bolster. That wasn't too bad.
I'm genuinely wondering how many times we've been attacked, not successfully warded or
Yeah.
took damage, just straight attacked. Because I think we're roughly even. You might be
22.
ahead. 22.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, should we split that with red? Because red wasn't looking so hot.
Yes.
Okay, so 11 each.
11 each.
That puts me above rafting.
Alright. As you scream, Red sort of takes a deep breath. He gouges out the bastard sword and then he goes in towards the jugular.
Ooh.
He connects and there's a shower of blood that spurts all over the room. It
You
sort of
go, Red.
resists and claws out in vain for a little bit before falling down the slope as well.
Thank God.
Oh man.
I feel like the hair on my forearms is kind of singed from the fireballs and like.
We need some doctoring.
Oh, we need some doctoring.
I'm good. I'm gonna motion for Selma to go and check on Elbjorn.
Yeah, I'm putting Elborn down. I'm making a doctor check.
And then I'm gonna check on Red and how's Blue wasn't attacked at all during that.
Blue seems to be for the most part okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay, that's a.
Which means we can
11.
probably switch back to the proper cam.
That's true. But
That's an 11 for doctoring our good friend Elbjorn. How's he looking?
It looks like his leg is dislocated, like the joint just by the hip.
Dislocated leg.
Selma?
Right.
Salas comes up. I got this.
Don't worry.
It worked so well when I did it with Cree.
This is gonna take some. This is gonna take some time to recover, but this is what we do. You got him braced.
I got him.
All right. Selma's rolling with +5, 5, 9, 10, 11. There's a crunching sound, but the leg looks to be mostly in the right place.
Ooh.
Alright.
Whew, okay.
While this is going on,
Ooh.
I am going to go back into the cave, sneaking the entire time, to try and recover cave, man, or man, cave, and anyone else that might be in there.
I have a bar of chocolate. I would like to eat it.
Yeah.
Do I get any stamina from that?
Are you tired?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what it's worth by any chance?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna say 10.
10? Okay.
That sounds about right. We bought it from random traders, so who knows.
You okay?
He's just
Yeah.
just real rough times
Yeah,
on that.
yeah, I'm good.
All right.
We almost died.
Yeah, it happens.
I'm sorry, guys.
This
I
wasn't
thought
the
that would be
first time.
easier.
You thought fighting Bearwolves?
There's a reason why we didn't want to fight them in the first
Well,
place.
well, first I only thought there was one, and
We knew there was two.
we thought there might be two.
We knew there was two.
We knew there wasn't more than two. Okay, oh man.
We knew that there was at least one.
I'm gonna
Most
go
likely two.
cut out the big old claws of these bad boys to make knives out of.
Salas is gonna turn to Leland and just go, "Do you see this scar?" And there's like a serious mark in his frill. This is when I didn't dodge by an inch. And then he just goes, "I did it this time."
I would like to search the cave for any people
Yeah.
who are alive.
Okay. Let me just do one last roll.
Okay.
I'm pretty much just saying for you to follow me, and I'm sneaking forward to be stealthy, so as to not piss off any other bear / cub that might be in here.
Fuck.
Because they did disappearing acts on us. So we think that there's two, but there could be more in here, and I don't want to face their ire.
All right. So, upon returning back, you're there with the rest of your companions as well who are helping out. You recover this guy here, who is bleeding pretty badly, but you've got him. That
Hey,
means.
sorry for
next
leaving you
up,
there, bud.
Which unexplored pathway are you exploring first?
I'm gonna go to the right to where they were howling.
Yeah.
To
Over there.
Yeah, where that really loud howling was, which I'm assuming was one of the Bearwolves, but
all right.
I have to make sure.
You make your way into the back here and locate another body.
Person.
A person, yes. You are able to stabilize them, and they seem to be doing all right now.
Okay.
Leland's kind of in a daze, cutting claws off the bears.
Okay, I'm gonna head to the left.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow. Scouting ahead.
Okay, which way did you say?
Over there.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. In the back here, you see that there's a large, like, sleeping den sort of area. There's nobody in here that you can save.
Okay.
Alright. And then there's a pathway over here.
That connects. And then this
Oh,
is a
okay.
drop that goes down into here.
Okay.
While you were walking over here, you remember that you did hear sloshing through this area.
I go check that out.
I go first.
Okay.
I'm a sibling, like, yeah.
You guys go together and you listen into the sort of hollow opening. You do hear the trickling of water inside. It has a sort of echo that makes it sound like it's probably an enclosed space. But it's more of like a rather than like a dripping.
Can we go in? Are we?
Can I fit in?
Even you can't hear.
Is there anybody who's smaller than us?
Leland, use headbutt.
Could we use magic to move
Yeah.
the rock out of the way?
Yeah, force magic to clear it without cave-ins.
Or earth
Yeah, go for it.
magic?
Yeah.
Earth magic would plug it up.
Okay.
That's a really good roll. I've been rolling really well tonight. Aside from the two ones on the one attack.
Yeah.
So that's...
That was the time to get the 2 1s, though.
That was the time to get the 2 1s. 10,
On an attack.
15, that is 18, 21.
Okay, you blast your way through and open it wide enough until you can slither through. Inside, there is another body. Judging by their pallor, they're still alive and just barely breathing.
Can I see how the bears or the body would have gotten in here?
Yep, there's a pool of water that seems to go down deep.
Oh,
Get the person out first.
yes. Person out first.
Yep, you get them out, and with the fact that you guys like straight up have like 3 different people who could doctor, you start triaging these guys, but now it's really just anybody who doesn't have a doctor skill who is able to help out.
Okay, should we continue exploring that water section?
Yeah, I'll explore that. I wanna see how, like, would that have been like another entrance, or like how would the bears? Like, I want to see how the bears would have gotten in here. I want to see how this path winds around.
You could dive into the water.
I'll dive into the water.
All right.
Can snakes swim?
Yep.
I'm
You
a
make
python. Pythons can do quite a bit.
you slide your way in, and you sort of like waggle, 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 and it propulses you through the water as you sort of wind and twist.
Waggle.
You snake your way downwards, so to speak, and you
Waggle,
come to
waggle,
yourself at sort of like a junction. There's like a surface of water ahead of you, and you're sort of like still holding some of your breath. And off in the distance, there's like another tunnel that seems to snake a little further.
Well,
Get some
yeah,
air.
I'll poke up in this area.
Sploosh.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll.
And go through this pathway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You came this way.
Yep.
Sploosh.
Huh. Yeah.
Huh. That makes sense. Okay.
Mana.
And then I'll and swim back.
Okay. You guys have regrouped, and you're able to make your way back to the hamlet without too much time to spare.
Now,
Should we?
do I secure some bear claws for knife making?
Yep, you're able to hack them off easily enough. You figure it's easier to just do a wide cut and then do cleaning later.
Does that count as silver or copper's worth for crafting?
You find about each of these, so they're individual ones that you have to use for a single knife, but they're worth 2 silver each, for a total of 10.
Okay.
The other ones aren't really usable at their size.
Can we get bear pelts? Bearwolf pelts.
You guys have done some horrible things to the skin of these things.
We burned quite a bit of it.
Yeah. Okay.
There's like stab wounds from Leland's knives, and also when he brought the cave on top of one.
Could I get any reagents off of these bearwolves?
Yeah, you could probably get some poison out of them.
How much poison?
You're able to find about 5 silver's worth of poison reagents in terms of just like digestive fluid and like gut viscera stuff.
5 silver's worth?
Yep.
So,
So that's 50 copper's worth.
Yep.
Man, you know, Blue. You remember all that stuff I said about being adventurers, and we have this our duty, and this is what we signed on for, and all that.
Yes.
I was lying. I really wanted those claws to make knives, and I don't think it was worth it.
Well,
You saved people.
Yeah.
we did.
That's true. I mean, we almost lost Elbjorn.
He'll probably have a limp. At least for a while.
I feel like I fucked up.
Could have. You almost lost a lot of people there.
Are the triage folks like fit to travel or anything like that?
They're fit to travel, it looks like.
We should head back to the village.
The village that's been demolished?
It's not demolished. There are still structures.
Oh
we
no,
can-
it's been demolished.
Oh, never mind then.
Let's make camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cook us up some nice bear.
Well, let's go back to the time. Do you remember what time it was in game?
We shall see what time it was. Does that seem about right to you, Will?
Move 2 chunks forward.
There we go.
Right. Yep, so it's now the evening. It's reasonably late at night.
Let's make camp.
Oh god, the camera isn't working. 1 sec. Whoops.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Look at that.
Isn't that wild? Isn't that crazy?
Stupid cam.
Okay, let's
stupid
make camp.
things.
Okay, you guys get your things together and make a ramshackle camp. The survivors are more than happy to not necessarily have to go back to the village. Once you mention that it's destroyed, they'd rather have a bit of time to come to terms with what's just happened.
Do you have a place to go?
Like, we can probably go back and see if you can collect some of your old possessions. See what survived it.
Yeah, we could bring them, and then the village down the road to the south. I guess we could find a long haul there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking to take up a trade, I mean...
Leave it.
We should let them cope for a little bit.
You're right.
And
You're right.
So, what are you guys doing for this time chunk?
Knife crafting.
resting.
Yeah,
I can't eat. I'm still like 6 days off of eating. I ate like just
eat.
before we went on this.
I'm gonna eat.
Alright.
Do I get any healing from eating?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, equal to its value unless it's like cooked.
How
It's
much is
just-
bear meat?
It's like supplies.
This thing's like a hyper predator, so it's got enzymes in it that'll make you very sick. You're not supposed to be eating these things, like ecologically.
Terrible.
It's just like supplies, food. How much is
Every day's rations is 5 copper, so it'd just be 5 healing.
Okay.
Having a meal, looking after my equipment.
Having a wonderful time.
Excuse me.
Thinking about how we nearly died.
How it's all your fault?
How it's not all my fault, but I played a big contribution to whether or not we went in.
Okay, I'd like to take out the alchemy bit, work on that for an hour or so.
Alright, go for it.
Okay, we were at 48. And I'm just rolling alchemy for this, right?
Yep.
I don't think I've done my routine today, so I'm going to practice my routine on the bear's paws.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grapple that bear's paw with my chain
12.
over and over again.
Alright.
We are now at
Whack.
60.
60. At this point, you're definitely starting to see something separate and sort of coagulate on the top. It's still kind of got that, like, missable, like, discoloration as it's separating out, but it's something that's definitely darker. Almost Icarus.
Ew.
There you.
Okay, let's go to bed. Sleep. Sleep time.
Sam was willing to take the first watch and Blue the second. Both of them, like, they haven't really taken that much damage from this fight.
Yeah, I was going to say,
right.
Selma was out from the time that we found first caveman.
I need to rest. Is there any...
Yeah.
I'll take third watch.
I'll take fourth.
Honestly, I don't think Leland can sleep. I think he's just got a lot on his mind.
Okay, so who's first?
That would be Selma.
Alright.
And Leland.
Well, you're in your tent, just
You're
kind
like
of being like.
insomniac, sort of.
I feel like I'm out just kind of looking at these bear paws, trying to whittle away a handle for a knife or something.
You're just not gonna sleep tonight?
Don't think I'm sleeping.
Yep, so you spend that time sort of nervously, like, you clean some stuff off, and eventually you're just sort of doing the same routine over and over, but it's something to do.
Well, I'm gonna go crafting for that.
Yeah. Selma gets you to keep watch briefly as he heads off for a piss and then comes back a little bit further in the night. Who's on second?
That would be
Blue, I believe.
Alright. How long have you been awake so far?
Got a normal amount of sleep.
Okay.
Last night.
So then you're fine, it's just the late night.
Yeah.
So it's late at night when you get a bit of help from Blue, or you help out Blue a little bit as there's some smaller creatures that sort of harass the camp, little ice elementals in the shape of sort of like bat skeletons. You beat them off without too much trouble.
Alright.
It's third watch. What did we do last time? 2 cards, add them together? Or...
No, we just drew one card.
But it was always black? There was a mechanic for it, right?
Yeah, you kept drawing until it was a black card.
Yes.
Right, okay.
And so this is your watch, Leland.
This is my watch.
You
Draw
gotta
till it's
draw.
black.
Draw it till it's...
Which is because it's the witching hour, of course.
Oh, yes.
Alright, you're able to take 4 damage or 2 and spread out the other 2.
I'll take 4.
As there's the last little bit of those like ice bats come back for another swoop after a couple hours with some friends.
Throwing knives.
Have a good time.
How much do I heal up for that good night's sleep? That
Are you comfortable?
I'm in a cave with bears. That I
Are you
killed.
warm?
Probably.
You have shelter, so that's 3 out of 3. So we don't need the last one. You don't need to feel safe. You heal, that'd be 15.
Cool. Me likey.
I guess you're sleeping as well?
Yeah, I sleep the whole night.
Yep. And then you've got another 15.
Okay.
So I'm coming out now for my watch with your boy Leland.
So it'd be 4th watch.
Yes.
Roll me brawn.
Ooh, that's 7 plus 6, 13.
Okay, you're getting pretty sleepy, but you're able to keep yourself awake easy enough.
Coming out of my tent, chain in hand, ready to take over the watch. I'm just gonna go. All right, Leland, you can head to bed if you want.
I'll
take that in.
I appreciate that. I don't move. I just keep whittling that claw.
This is the first time we've really had
Alone time.
trouble, right, Leland? Like, on our journey so far? Like, even the cave dwellers, like, they didn't really bother you all that much.
No, we dealt with those pretty good, actually.
I'm gonna be like, You want to know how I got these scars? In a more serious, I'm just gonna be like, you want to know the first time that I encountered a situation where I almost died?
You know, I would love to.
I'm just gonna sit down next to you. I'm gonna tell you this is a story about how my life got turned upside down. No, it was just gonna be like we were trying to head back with a load of the tax-paying money, and there were some bandits along the road. We decided that the best course of action would be to wait until night and ambush them in their camp. Pretty similar to this, if you think about it. Ambush went as planned. They all died, but during that fight, a bunch of them saw that I was the one giving orders, and they all turned on me.
Well, see.
Laughs.
Yeah, laughs. And it's just kind of like, yeah.
I guess I always thought that was the sort of thing that you did, but, you know, when I went out, I would not make such stupid decisions. And well, here we
I
are.
wouldn't be as stupid as you.
Here we are.
So this is just kind of like looking at the ground, Arthur clench fist meme. And he just kind of goes, he kind of puts an arm around and he goes, we're adventurers now. We're all stupid.
Yeah,
And no matter what decision you make, just know, you're still stupid.
Oh, that's not reassuring, but it's the truth, I guess. And by staying up all night, I finished one of the bear claw knives. And I hand it to you. Say, you're being stupid. I want you to have this.
Being stupid.
I risked your life along with everybody else's to get it, so
I take the knife.
you're entitled to at least one.
I also take out my hunting knife and go, this could use some sharpening. What do you think you can do with it?
I take it.
Yeah. I hand him the sharpening knife and then put the hunting knife into, and then put the bear knife into the sheath of the...
Right. So as you have your hand on the knife, about to put it in your sheath, and you're like holding up this knife, both of you, like your ears perk up as you hear a growling on either side of you. As you turn around, there's just two wolves. 18 or 9 if you guys want to take them down.
I'm taking the full on this.
Oh, I'm not letting you. I'm taking 9. I'm taking 9.
Fine.
Not after that heart to heart to heart.
Fine, we'll back to back this.
We're back into back it with each other's knives, I feel. I like that a lot. That's fun.
Okay, dawn comes.
Dawn comes. Continue our journey. We'll bring them back to the... Well, no, they said that they wanted to go to the southern village. The southern village, eh?
Yeah, they wanted to head more so down here towards this village.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's...
Let's bring... We'll take them down that way.
Okay. Albjorn wakes up.
Ask him how he's doing.
He's in a lot of pain, and he's not going to be able to walk for most of the day. But he's up and moving. Seems like his legs just, he's got a dislocated joint in his hip.
We'll take it slow simply because, one, we're all still exhausted. And
Can you carry him?
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, two, Blue won't be able to ride Leland because Albjorn's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got it.
But it's also morning, like...
Yeah.
Whew.
Okay, let's head south.
Alright, Albjorn tries to climb onto you, but he's not able to with the hip.
I'll
Seems
assist.
like...
Yeah.
Alright.
Also,
So-
my good buddy Albjorn and saddling.
You help him get up there, then once he's on the saddle, he's just like clutching white knuckle like fist, and he's just like, get me off.
Yeah.
He sort of like clutches at his leg for a bit, and he's like, I think I got a hobble.
You can ride in the wagon if you want.
Yeah, I guess sit on the trunk or something.
Yeah. Here, we can,
Like, move the anvil so it's, like, right out in the open and just, like...
He sort of like, he sort of just like pushes you guys to the side, and he goes and he grabs onto like both sides of the roof, and he just like puts one of his knees on the chest and then reluctantly puts the other, and he goes, "Okay, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. Oh god, oh god."
What, can he sit sideways on you? Like,
Maiden style?
maiden style?
Well, can I roll a doctoring check to see what's going on with his leg? Like what
Yeah,
exactly?
go for it.
Well, it's dislocated, but if it's
He probably should be, like, doctored in the morning.
well, like just to see if there's a way to sort of stabilize his leg in the wagon, or
Yeah, go for it.
so he's not. Okay, that's a 11.
11. Yeah, his hip's fucked up. He's gonna move his hip however the fuck he says to move his hip until it's healed enough to have full range of motion.
Okay.
If he can't sit on a horse, he probably can't sit sideways on a horse. He probably can't sit on that chest in the back either.
Fair enough.
Is there anywhere he could lay flat?
Okay, well, would you be more comfortable hanging onto the wagon, or would you rather we just go at a hobble, or at a slower pace?
Just go. I don't care. Just go.
Okay.
Yeesh, okay. We're going.
Let's hobble. We'll go slow.
All right, you guys head off.
Excellent.
It's the early morning.
And I feel fine.
You guys are taking it slow, and you only move about 4 clicks, just probably to the next snap.
There was no snap.
Oh, okay. No, way less than that.
Yeah, I was like, there's no snap.
Yeah, like there.
Thanos, no. Thanos, please.
At this point, the people that you helped from yesterday seem to be doing all right. They're walking at normal speed.
I'm gonna, as we're like walking, talking, shooting the shit,
Yeah, who's at the 4?
I'll be at the 4. With my 58 health. I live dangerously.
I have potions. You want me to give you a potion?
Nah.
I have 5 healing potions.
No,
Nah,
those don't work that way.
It's all good. 10 of diamonds.
Yeah, they only work when you're at max ready, and then you start going into empowered.
All right, you're head of the group, and for a moment you have a bit of just like silence. There's a hush through the trees and the twittering of birds, and sort of just forms this gentle, even tone. There's a bit of calming in the air. You regain 20.
Nice.
Are you guys moving full speed now?
Well, no, God, no, we have Elbjorn.
If Eldbjorn can.
Like, he's in the car.
Yeah, go. Just go. I don't care.
Okay. Going normal speed, I guess.
Yeah. While we're moving, though, I'm gonna ask the people what like professions they had, or like what their town life was. If they look okay to talk about. You know what? I'm atypical. No, I'm asking either way. It's like I don't really care if you're
okay to talk
mourning
about this.
and
or-
like you're terrified. I don't care.
So, what did you do before the big bear destroyed your profession?
It looks like they were a mix of loggers and like woodcutters for the most part. They didn't do any sawing or anything. They mostly like prepared shipments heading into the village or sold firewood to travelers.
Okay. Seems like a job that would be good anywhere around these parts.
Who's at the 4 next?
Me.
How far do we move for that one?
10.
So like right there.
Yeah.
10 of diamonds again.
Well, I gave it a shuffle, so. Yeah. So at this point, you're walking ahead of everything else, and there's a small gurgling. As you look off towards the side, there's a little bit of a creek that sort of snakes its way up and then moves along the ditch of a road. You see that there's an old, like, hexagonal dwarven metallic pipe that's lying underneath the road that carries it through over to the other side.
I go check it out.
Yeah, looking inside, it's just maybe a pipe yay wide, salvaged from old dwarven tech. It looks like it was picked up and put down here. It's about half buried.
Can I roll, for the first time ever, metallurgy to see if there's any cool compositions making up this thing?
Go for it.
You finally get to use metallurgy.
And they didn't roll great, but that's okay. I got a 9.
Yeah, this looks like it's proper brass steel. Judging by sort of the resonance it has, it looks like this wasn't reforged. This was salvaged from some ruin or something.
I guess we wouldn't. I'm going to ask one of the people. Is this area known for dwarf ruins?
Yeah, there's some here and there. They're more in the mountains, really.
Oh, those dwarves in there.
So it's late morning now.
Right.
Are you guys stopping for lunch at noon?
Yeah, let's stop for lunch.
All right.
Give everybody
So
a
now it's
chance to
noon?
sit.
Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna do my routine.
So if we're sitting for lunch, I would like to ask the loggers if there's any. Do they have any tree cutting tools on them? Like.
They salvage what they could from the wreckage. They've got like their tools, a few changes of clothes, and a little bit of stuff left, and that's all they got.
I'm gonna take one of them aside. He's like, do you wanna? Could you help me find like a good, solid, sort of a wood tree? I want to build a cane for my friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's look for something.
But I'm not expert I'm an expert in crafting, but not in tree selection.
Yep, you guys wander off into the woods. Before long, you come across like a young, sort of like mostly not super springy, but still reasonably firm, like oak sapling.
All right. Well, I mean, it looks as good as any.
Yep.
Let's drop it down.
He cuts it down and then he asks you about how long you want it.
About Elbjorn cane height? Is it a cane or a crutch? Probably a crutch, eh? We're probably going to want sort of a... something we could put as full... Yeah, a crutch, definitely.
He saws off most of the ends and then he doesn't really cut it to length. He just keeps it longer so you have the option later.
Okay, I'm bringing it back to camp, and I guess while we're stopped for lunch, how expensive would a crutch be?
A crutch. Do I actually have that in my equipment section? Let's see.
That would definitely be under the miscellaneous.
I guess I don't have it. I'm gonna say that a crutch is 1 silver.
1 silver? I can get that in one crafting roll.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean,
Well, what's your crafting skill again?
4.
What type of skill?
It's knife making. So like,
Justify it.
You're used
Well,
to making the handles of knives.
I'm used to making handles. Like I do a bit of woodworking, and a crutch isn't a complicated piece of wood. Like I'm just basically making a pole, and I'm putting some ergonomic sort of comfort thing on top, and that's all my knife handles are ergonomics.
Perfect. That's all I need. Roll it.
Just a very large knife handle.
Very large knife. A big boy knife. That's a 3. Yeah, that's a silver. All right. It's not pretty, but it's hopefully comfortable, and it should get the job done. And
Elbjorn thanks you. He tucks it under his arm, and it's almost the right length. You have to do it a few times and saw off the end until it's the right length. But after a while, he's walking on his own well enough.
well, it's the least I could do. I can't help but feel partly responsible.
Okay, you guys heading on again?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's at the fore? It'll now be the early afternoon.
I'll take it.
All right.
I just sniped it from Vesta.
I already went. I just went.
Oh.
I would have to do 2 in a row.
Ooh. A red one. Can't remember if that's good or bad.
Red is good.
Okay.
It's not blood in this case.
So you move 8, so you're most of the way to the village. More than half. Yeah. At this point, as it gets nice and properly warm, there's a bit of like a ray of sunshine that makes its way through the clouds, and in the trees you see, like, as they sway with the gentle winds, there's like a glittering of little, like, motes of light dancing on the ground on the path ahead. It's almost transfixing. Gives you a momentary lapse. You can do 20 or you can do 10 and show other people.
I'm taking the 20 for myself.
Alright.
Fully embracing the moment. It's okay, I fully embrace the moment too.
That means we're up to the late afternoon.
But I don't get healing from food, so...
Late afternoon.
Late afternoon.
You do, but
Well, yeah, but I also ate, and I don't want to be a slug. I don't want to look like Jabba the Hutt.
Red's willing to take over for this watch.
I thought you were gonna say
Okay.
slut. It's like, I don't want to be a food slut.
No.
Also that, but
Also that, but also Jabba the Hutt.
yeah.
It's a way better visual
Why is it
image.
just my hands that get so nasty?
Because you press your hands against there? I don't know.
I guess.
It's because you're a nasty boy.
I'm a nasty boy.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know where that came from, actually.
Probably leaned against it at some point.
There's something about washable markers that just skin loves it.
Yeah. Skin just absorbs that shit.
What do your hands look like?
I got some gore. I got some map gore.
Alright, so how far do we go?
You guys make it to the village. By the
Okay.
time it's about supper.
Alright, I guess
Drop the
first
people off.
yeah, first things first, looking for a long haul.
Yep, once they get to town, they wave you off and make their way off to whatever they're off to do. Off.
Alright.
Words.
So then at that point we have to turn to the group and go, we can have supper here and recuperate and then head out in the morning, or you can spend a couple of days here and recuperate and head out after that, or we could just head out because it's getting to be about supper time now.
Well,
It's supper time.
well, Blue, you're the one kind of employing us.
Oh yes, let's have a night to ourselves.
Let's do it.
Sounds like a plan.
Is there like a traveler's?
Yep, there's an inn in town that you're able to get to.
Okay, let's go there.
Sounds good.
They're willing to. Well, they just straight up tell you, like, if you just leave your wagon, like, outside, nothing's gonna happen to it. And then for a silver a head, they'll offer you guys individual rooms with beds.
Yeah, I'll do that.
For another 5, they'll pour you a warm bath. Another 5 copper.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what was it? A silver and 5 copper for me?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually,
I would like a warm bath. Covered in bear guts.
I'm also gonna pay for Elbjorn's bath.
yeah, definitely Elbor needs a bath.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pay for that shit.
Okay. So is everybody just sitting there in the tavern, like, during the carousing hour, just like, yes?
Yes.
Not Leland. Leland is knife making.
Okay, in that case, feel free to roll on your own outside by the cart, making some knife. You guys, what health are you at right now?
I am at 79.
83.
79 and 83. So both of you guys are tired. So this will work just fine.
Nice hot bath.
Yeah.
You guys both regain 9.
Cool.
Awesome.
It's also nice to get the grime and other people's blood off you.
You know, every once in a while, yeah.
Bear blood. Now I'm looking as fluffy as ever.
Alright, are you guys doing anything before you go to bed?
Do we have time?
Not really.
Okay.
No, I've done my routine.
It's now easily into, like, the evening or...
I'm just gonna relax. I'm gonna go up to Elbjorn at some point during the night, maybe after we've had our baths, and just kind of be like, so, Bearwolves or another season in the village?
Bearwolves.
That's what I thought. All right.
You kidding? Can't fucking walk properly, but that was awesome.
That is true. I punched the bear.
I saw. It was good punching.
You punched that bear.
I punched that
Oh
bear.
man.
I mostly just made sure people didn't die, but...
People didn't die.
That's true. We saved a couple people.
Yeah. And they seemed very thankful.
Okay. The night passes without event, and it's dawn when you guys are ready to head off out into the world again.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Should we go?
Odds or evens, how's the weather? It was sunny yesterday.
Evens.
Okay, there's sort of like spotty clouds that make their way off here and again. It's a chilly day, but there's still sun out.
I'll take the 4 on that.
All right then. So for the early morning,
Mm-hmm. Bam! 9 of hearts. Yes. I saw that it was hearts, but I didn't see the number very clearly.
You just guessed.
I was like, that's a 9 right there.
Yeah.
as you head out onto the road, there's like a channel of wind that happens to be moving parallel to the road. It sweeps down, and there's like fallen leaves that sort of like rush up into those little tornadoes. It sort of blows past you, and it's like for 18.
I'm gonna take that.
In addition, you move 7K. So like halfway to the grid line.
Fun fact, I'm currently at the health that I started this entire thing at.
Huh.
So, fun fact. What did you say, sorry? Where?
Halfway to the grid line. Less. There we go. Who's next for mid-morning, rather?
Selma.
Yep. Selma takes the 4 and keeps watch for a decent time. You see him offer some of the apples to some of the travelers that he picks up a little way ahead. There's some apple trees that you guys are able to harvest off of, but you sort of like, you'd need a step ladder.
Whack!
But you guys move a nice, clean 10K. So you get just to the mouth of the offshoot of the road where the hamlet is. Yeah, right there. Which means it's now about noon for you guys if you want to stop for lunch.
Yeah, let's stop for lunch.
Time for some whacking.
Mm-hmm.
Some whacking.
Selma, like, sits off to the side and seems to be doing some, like, medical stuff to himself. Blue is meditating off to the side as well.
I do some alchemy.
Alright. Let's roll some dice.
This is my routine. I love it. I genuinely love the routine drawback. It
gives you a thing that you gotta do.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's a roleplay prompt.
Yeah. It is 100% a roleplay prompt, and it's great.
So we're at 74.
Alright. Oh, right, and everybody should have had a proper night's sleep as well, so you guys should be up. From last night, you'd be up 9. Vesta's up 10.
I am so ready.
And is Leland ready or tired?
Leland's at 101.
Okay, so then nothing from sleep.
Nothing from sleep.
I'm actually now, like, more pumped than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good.
You guys
Feeling
kick out
sharp.
onto the road again after taking a bit of pause. It's now the early afternoon. Who's at the 4?
Me.
Me.
Me. Ace of clubs.
Okay, you're making your way towards the town when it looks like there's a guard operation from nearby. There's a squadron of probably 15 that are attacking a nearby sort of like bandit ambush. You guys are able to stay off to the side while they take care of it, but there's a few loose shots that whiz towards you guys. Dodging for cover and making sure you're not in the way, you would take 10, and then you're able to spread 10 for whoever is protecting.
I would be able to take all 10. It's fine.
Alright?
I don't mind that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It does slow you down, so by the time it's the late afternoon, you're most of the way towards the town, but you haven't hit its gates yet. That being said, you do see it again. You do see it ahead with proper tall walls around it, a nice sturdy gate.
So, where was it?
You're just a little shy of the village, or town. Town, right there.
Oh, the survivors, we dropped them off at the
Yeah.
previous village.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Who's at the 4 now?
I'll take it.
Okay. There's a chill in the air as there's some more of those ice elementals that swoop in from nearby. It takes you 10, and then there's 10 other to spread around of damage.
I'll just take all of it.
For 20?
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys make it to the town by the time it's supper time. Suppo time.
It's super supper time.
All right, let's get an inn.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
inns are a bit more expensive here. It's 1 silver, 5 copper for a night.
Per head?
Yep. They'll offer to take care of your wagon for the size it is for another silver on top of that.
I'll pay that.
I'm grumbling about this.
You guys should also be up 1 silver, 2 copper from 2 days of travel being paid.
1 silver what?
2 copper.
I'm basically breaking even on this. And that's 2 nights we've been out, so I still have another 4 days before eating. Oh yeah, I can get to the village, but without eating.
I'm gonna do more alchemy.
Alright. What are you at right now?
74.
Okay.
That was a bad roll. That's okay.
What's it bring you to?
8. So that brings me to 82.
Okay. You're starting to develop a thin film. It isn't coagulating yet, so it won't stay separate, but it is separating out.
How much money does everybody have, out of curiosity?
6 gold, 9 silver, 1 copper.
Okay.
9 gold, 10 gold, 2 copper.
Okay, so...
9 gold, 10 silver, 2 copper?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's 10 gold.
Yeah, okay. It was just one of those weird, like, brain moments of, like, yeah, but, yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, it checks out.
I just wrote it as 10 silver because, like, I'm going to spend that silver at some
Yeah,
point.
that's fair.
I, like, honestly, I've been writing it just everything in silvers. Like, I have 69.2 silver. And man, it just makes everything
69.
so much easier.
Got him.
69. So you have 1 copper more than me.
Ooh, he's richer than you are.
I've also been paying for crap.
You've been
ton
paying
more.
for everything, yeah.
I've been paying for so much.
You just say it. I got it.
Yeah, I just keep picking up cabs wherever I go.
Odds or evens for tomorrow's weather?
Evens. It's gonna be funny.
Alright.
Maybe a broken clock.
Maybe.
We'll just keep saying it's gonna be sunny. It's gotta get sunny eventually.
Eventually it'll be sunny.
Once morning comes, it looks like there's an intermittent rain coming and going.
But in between that, it's sunny.
So where do you guys
Sun.
go from here?
South or east.
Do you guys
southeast?
have a map of this area?
Yes. Is this either G3, F3, or F4?
Yep. F4.
F4?
This is
Yeah.
early morning, I'm assuming.
Yep.
How's Albion walking now? It's been like 3 days, and he had a good rest last night, I'm assuming.
He's starting to walk a bit better. He definitely still needs the crutch, but it's helping.
So southeast?
So Blue, what are you thinking? Are we trying to catch more of these guys as they filter into Newmarket, or do we want to just go in there and?
How far are we from Glasgow?
Sorry.
The one we're following. How far are we?
Well, I gave you the blood, eh?
I thought you had it.
Oh, you're totally right. We have a chip of blood, but we also have a vial of blood. I give you the vial. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna.
Give me the vial.
Yeah, I'm scrying on the chip then.
Alright.
Shablam! Oh, that's a pretty fun roll. Okay. 19.
You feel that you're pressing against something. There's a guard on this person.
No luck. You wanna give me a hand, Blue? He's guarded.
What was the roll?
19.
19. All right. So as this happens, the piece of wood is sort of almost like sawdusting away. You lose about half of it.
Ugh. That ain't good.
Well, we could give it another shot.
Well, it's kind of our only lead, but... Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Right. Working together on this one.
Oh, ho, ho.
Woohoo!
That is a... Well, it's kind of just another 19. But oh, no, that's actually 20. Yeehaw.
All right. Okay, you burst through it and you get a shot of the location again. I'm gonna go through my own maps here real quick.
Gotta update those.
A-do. Okay, so you see that you're in the inside of this carriage again. It's a very steady ride, actually. You can see again that there's the three figures just standing there staring into space. You get a glimpse out of the window. It looks like from where you are in one direction, you see the land rising up into a forest, but otherwise it's flat out here, like a field.
What
The
direction
vision
are they headed?
fades.
Could you tell me?
Was I able to discern the direction based on the sun?
It's early, so... Yep, the sun was rising over the forested area.
Okay. So they're headed this way. Forest is over here.
Mm-hmm.
So they're headed... north? East? Yeah, so it's rising over here, and they're headed this way. So they're going north. Am I parsing that out correctly?
As much as you think you are.
Just one more time. So the cart's going this direction upwards, like this way. Forest is on this side, and this is where the sun is rising.
Yeah. It's not exact. It's just roughly out of that window.
So yeah, it looks like they're heading north. And they're towards plains. Is there on the map that has sort of a less foresty area?
Well, you guys have the three sectors and your world map.
We're also in a town,
Yeah.
so we could look for more.
Like a map store.
Is there a map store?
Yep, there's a cartographer.
Because we would be right around where the icon actually is.
No,
No.
you guys are way down.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, never mind. We're further down there.
Yeah.
You're in F4 in the town in the middle of it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had it
Ooh.
confused with the other green bit. So, do you think they're heading towards like?
You could also check out the world map.
Oh, that's just a... Oh. There we go.
Or,
Okay.
not that one. There's one that's like everything. Yep.
Oh, God. I keep forgetting how massive this thing is.
Further up. Up. Come on. And over a little bit. Yeah, right there.
Did
That's good.
Fuck it. So the dark green is forest. The light green is less forest, I guess.
Yeah, the only place with plains is south. Right?
Yeah. I'm asking the cartographer. So what sort of terrain would you find in the medium green area?
Oh, those would be plains. Sort of like lowlands.
Lowlands.
If you look there...
Are you making fun of me?
What?
Sorry.
No. Anyways, and then that sort of like palish area between the two bits of mountains, that's steppes. That's sort of like plains, but high up, all
Okay.
rocky, barren.
They're definitely going south. They might just be like, going to a northern village or something. But they're definitely south.
They're definitely south of us.
I think we should keep going
Okay.
on our
So
path.
If we're
So southeast.
here,
I would like to buy some reagents.
Yeah. This isn't a city, so they don't have the full suite of them, but you're able to get fire, healing, poison, or acid.
Fire.
All right.
How many reagents to make a bomb?
Let me double check that.
How
On the
many
rules.
reagents must a Vesta brew?
before she can call it a bomb.
The answer, my friends, is written on the wiki. The answer is written on the wiki.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Thanks. Thank you.
I'm proud.
You know, I am
I think
too,
I'm having.
honestly.
Oh no, there we go. I was having a bit of an internet there.
Yeah, my internet likes to have a bit of an internet every now and then.
Don't we all?
Don't we all?
We do. Right. So, what were you looking for again?
Bomb.
Bomb. Typically, those are about 4 coppers worth.
4 coppers worth? Okay.
And I would like to purchase.
Well-
This is like
It's 4 copper in value for the final bomb.
this is kind of like lumber in town, eh? Like up in these woods.
Yep.
I'm assuming. Does this town have any like nice lumber for sale? Like.
Yep. In the town itself, they've got some more exotic, like different usage lumbers. Like they have pine and oak and yew and redwood and.
Probably oak. For how about handle? Like you want a hardwood for a handle, eh? Or is it softwood?
Handle or haft?
Well, I'm making knives. I'm not making so many swords and such.
Ah, then it doesn't matter that much. It's more aesthetics than anything else.
Do they have any like a nice kind of red, like literally red kind of
Like a redwood, for example. Like perchance a redwood.
for a chance of red wood? Yeah. Do they have any of that? The wood that you've just
Oh, yeah.
called to mind?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna get 20 fire.
I'll buy. I guess I'll buy 4 silver worth.
I'm kind of surprised. I thought you would have gone for
You. There we go. Now I don't have to make knives with steel handles. Ugh.
so cold to the touch.
It's cool to the touch.
For bone.
Okay.
Bare bone.
You guys making your way off into the distance? Who's at the fore?
Me.
It you.
It me. Ace of clubs again.
Nice.
Nice.
Quality.
Okay. You move 10k, so you're about halfway to the next village.
How much did we get for sleeping last night? I'm at 92.
Right. So you'd be up another 8. You would be up.
I was ready. I wasn't ready. So.
Okay, and then are you also ready?
No.
Okay. So then you'd get 13.
Cool.
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 Yep. You guys are harassed by some bandits along the way, but it doesn't take much for a show of force to drive them off. 10 and then another 10 for whoever wants to.
I'll take the 10 again. What?
Hey, we're gonna rob you. You see this knife, bud?
I made it from a bear wolf.
Made it from a hyper predator's claw.
All right, who's at the fore next?
You were just so
I'll take it.
pathetic in comparison.
Yeah.
All right. That's 7.
It is. It's that.
You make your way clear into the village, and once you're there, there's like the rainfall starts to break, and there's a pleasant damp wind that makes its way through. It sort of helps wick some of the sweat off of you a little bit and help cool you down as it dampens in your fur. So that's 14 for you, or
Oh boy.
7 and In case you want to talk to someone about this wonderful experience. I don't know how you would share this.
Hey, Vesta. You ever smelled a wet goat before?
Thank you.
Hey, looks like 14 for me, boys.
Smell the wet goat.
Salus gets a little in your face on that. What are you implying on that? Like, what? Salus is a little bit like,
excuse me.
Excuse me? What did you just say to my sister?
It's raining, and so do I have to roll a... Oh, yep, nope, -10.
I'm just saying, I'm really wet.
I'm really wet. Dripping, you know?
Wondering if she ever smelled a wet goat, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of it's an interesting musk.
Salus isn't gonna punch you, but basically you've just undone everything that we talked about before. That moment is gone now.
I shrug and like you can smell it. It's a goat musk. It's interesting. It is definitely wet fur. Like,
man, is it wet?
Would you say that you're a wet furry?
I would say I'm a wet furry.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, it's noon.
It's noon. Are we stopping for lunch?
Yeah, well, we always stop for lunch. I mean, we've never not stopped for lunch.
Are we in the village for lunch?
Yep.
I'm actually gonna get some supplies. It's 5 silver per supply, right?
Yeah, per day. Or copper. 5 copper.
5 copper?
Mm-hmm.
Which way are we heading now? Are we continuing south? Or are we heading... Because Leland said they might have been going north. Could they have been going along, like, this path here?
No, then they'd still be full of pine trees.
Still be full of pine trees? Alright. So, like, probably keep heading south until we hit the plains and see what we see.
Okay, stop for lunch in the village. Hang out with some people.
Yeah, in that case, I'm still good.
Okay. In that case, it's the early afternoon when you guys hit the road again. Who's at the fore?
I'll take it.
Alright.
Come on, 10 of diamonds. Right here. Damn it. 7 of spades.
Alright, so 7 or 14.
I'll take 14.
Yeah, at this point, while everyone else is like, oh, it's nice to get a bit of dampness to, like, cool down the fur, you're just cold. Like, just cold.
Fire
Leland
hand.
is still talking about wet goat musk.
I'm gonna fire hand to keep myself warm, and every single time Leland brings up wet goat musk, it just flares.
So, you get to the grid line.
You know, Salus, you could come over here and I can
No,
give you a
it's
bit of
good.
rain shelter, but gotta warn you, there's a musk.
If you don't want any fur, you'll shut up about your musk.
Your wet goat musk.
I can't
I
help
could
it.
dry you off right now.
Oh, well, the last thing you want is wet goat musk mixed in with burnt goat musk.
So, who's at the fore for the late afternoon?
Red.
Yep, he takes the fore.
What?
You roll what happens, and is it something bad that happened? Because if it was, Vesta pretty much just took Red by the shoulders and steered him like, oh, you handle this.
You go!
Alright, you get to the next grid line. By now, it is supper time.
Supper time.
Supper time.
Supper time. Should we sit down for a bit, you know, for the night? Get things going?
Maybe we should check again and scry on this.
Sounds good to me.
Scry frequently won't have an issue.
You want to give me a hand, Blue?
Sure.
Shaboo! I don't know why I said Shabloo. I don't know why I thought that would be a fun.
Shabloo!
Lucky, so you've got
Leland
plus 12.
focusing hard. Shabloo!
Shabloo!
I got 18.
Alright, you bust through the guards again and manage to get some scrying in. You see... Actually, you see this guy alone, He's walking along and he's standing over a tall ridge, looking out into the distance. He's got to be a solid ways over, like, ground level. You see that you're sort of behind him as he's looking out into this area, and you see that it's this big open vista, and on either side there's plains that slowly rise into sort of, like, distant actual formations. There's these little, like, large, broad, flat mountains out in the bay, and you see a lot of ships coming and going. The vision fades.
So, the step, or he's like,
Now you saw water.
or like down here-ish.
I bet you it's right there. Well, because he's had a couple days head start on us, because we got turned around with the bear. They had a wagon.
That doesn't help in terms of points much.
Next one. The other one's better for this.
Yeah.
And they're in plains.
And they're in the plains.
Or
at least they were in the plains.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would probably be below, like, towards F5 and
Yeah.
stuff like, something like that.
I think it's that lower one. That lower village?
Yeah. I bet you it's that lower village right there. I have a gut feeling.
Yeah, it could be anywhere between F4 and F5. But
I think it's that lower village.
I'd be willing to say, yeah, the lower village.
They probably stopped at one of the other villages. Like one of the... Like to just go up a bit. To go to the one of the smaller ones. And then continue headed down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So if you guys are making camp, then that consumes... Is anybody else doing stuff for the 2-hour block?
2 hours. Does that mean a double alchemy roll?
It does, it does.
I feel crafted.
And then one of yours is the scrying.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm just chilling. I've done my routine for the day. I'm good. I feel confident.
Okay, so the first one's a 9 to 94. So the next one.
Alright, it's steadying, it's starting to coagulate.
Ooh, that's a 15.
You've got it. It's stable.
Ooh.
You
I
do,
get everybody
you do
over.
crack 100, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You did it?
Yeah, I did it.
Man, great. Wow.
Yeah, it's the evening by the time you're still cools and you're ready to take a look at this. Yep, you've separated it out and you've managed to make it so you have the vial of blood separately and then this little ichor in a separate tiny one. There's this little blackish sort of sloshing fluid. You notice that it's a very weak effect, but if you leave it too still for too long, it slowly tries to creep up the sides of the vial, but it can't get out.
You've created Venom. You've created a Spider-Man villain.
Vesta, good job.
Yeah.
You did very, very well.
Thanks.
I was a little unsure if you could do it, but I'm very impressed.
Yeah. Things are going good. Look at this thing, and I show everybody.
Blue, I have this. Do we want to enchant a knife with this? Make a.
Ichor?
Yes.
I thought we were going to be doing research with it.
Well, I mean, I was thinking we could make a knife that detects when we're near.
No!
No.
What are you talking about?
I mean,
we do all of this effort in the effort to quell this entire rash of these creatures, and you want to put the essence that we have never before diluted of Lifedrinker essence from the blood and put it in a knife?
Not just any. There would be a knife that would detect when they're near and would guide us towards the closest one.
What if we used the vial and didn't involve knives?
I don't see your point.
Does not compute.
Wait. Well,
Albiorn's sort of sitting there, and he's like, yeah, but you don't have to be a dick about it. You could just, it's fine, we can use a vial. We could even have, a handle that we slot it into. Blue just sort of, blusters and looks off into the distance,
Someone doesn't like knives. Wow. Okay.
See how it is.
Well, yeesh. Okay.
I do think that it's a good idea to put it in something that's a little bit more sturdy than a vial.
You worried about the goop escaping?
Well, like,
Coming for you in your sleep?
no, like if it shatters and it's on the ground.
We could put it in a slightly larger vial.
Double vial.
Double vial.
Double vial. Yeah.
So if one shatters, got the smaller vial.
Yep, you nest the vials. Put a little bit of packing paper in there to make sure it doesn't grind. And...
Yeah. Look at that. Double vialed.
If I'm holding this vial in one hand, can I scry with the vial to see if there's any of these boys nearby?
Do it.
I got a shiny knife in one hand. I'm looking in that reflection.
Get the boy to help you.
The vial, and
You still managed to involve a knife somehow.
I like them.
Yeah, exactly. You managed to get the knives going.
I'll show Blue. I'll show him. Use a knife anyway. Jeez.
Working wonders there, bud.
Are you gonna get the guy to help you?
Hey, Blue.
You can't do it after you've rolled.
Blue.
No.
I fucked up.
What did you roll? Just tell me the roll. You ain't squeezing out of this one. You ain't doing it.
I got 9.
You get a glimpse. For a moment, you see a figure with long black hair in dark clothing standing next to an open door. This is on this tall tower at the top of a great Gothic castle that peers off into a large, vast expanse of space, and it's gone.
Well, then a break.
Okay, that was weird. That was really weird.
Castle.
Hey, Blue, what do you make of this? And I give the vial to Blue.
What, the vial?
Scribe with it.
It's late. Can't we just do this in the morning?
No,
Do it in the morning. I'm sleepy.
You can go to bed.
At this point, you guys have been killing enough time that it's early night.
Head to bed, guys.
Okay, I'm going to bed. I'm already sleeping.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Who's on second watch then?
I'll do second watch.
I'll take first watch because I have to set up my tent.
No, you would be setting up your tent now.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Everyone goes to bed while Leland's just
Two spades.
This is so hard to do in the
There's
dark.
a few of those ice elementals that are coming here and there, but at this point you're more just sort of batting them off.
Okay.
All right. The late night fades off towards the witching hour for third watch.
Anyone?
I'll take it.
Okay.
Right,
You
draw
took the
Phyllis
first
Black.
one.
I'll take the first one.
9 of clubs.
Yep. So that's 18 or 9 and 9.
I'll take 18.
Yep. There's a flock of the ice bats that sort of fly in and harass the camp. You need to spend a decent time, and eventually you start resorting to fire to drive them off.
Fireworks. Fire v bears seems to work as well.
Last but not least, Twilight.
Blue.
Yeah, Blue. I'm still grumbling about knives.
You're sleeping.
In my sleep.
Blue.
Okay, dawn comes.
Just telling me I can't use a knife. It's so good.
Dawn comes. Do we want to try again on that scry?
I think so.
He opens a hand, looking for the vial.
I think I gave it to you. I feel like it's your vial to keep.
Okay, I have it.
All right. He performs a scry. There's a stable image, and he looks and he goes, "Not the same life drinker, but I see some of them at Delta."
Delta.
Delta. Where's Delta from here?
So.
Is that
Do you know it's Delta?
Oh, I'd know that city anywhere. Rather distinctive.
Where is Delta in comparison to here?
Well, that's not very helpful.
It's in F5, wouldn't it?
It's in E5, just at the edge of E5.
So it would be
That's significantly far.
it would be this area where the water is kind of outletting
Yeah.
into the bay here.
Oh,
Maybe
that's
it's
low.
maybe it's just a random one.
Man.
Not even necessarily closest.
Now, Vesta, you did great work with this file.
Yeah.
Great work. I'm wondering if we can make a second file.
Do you have more blood?
I don't have more blood, but we need to get the essence of distance. The concept of lateral spatial relations.
Huh.
Do you think you could brew that out of this ruler? I have it for knife making. It's like a measuring tape, perhaps.
You want to make a GPS with this ichor and a ruler.
Not a ruler, not just a ruler. You see, Vesta can brew the essence out of anything.
Well, who's at the fore now that it's early morning?
She needs something to distill the essence from.
the ruler.
The ruler
I feel like
doesn't have any
it's
blood
probably
on
like
it.
Red or
No.
Soma because
No.
we're like arguing about this.
Yeah, Red's taking the fore.
No, we're not brewing the essence out of blood. We're brewing the essence out of the
Out of the ruler.
distance. The essence of distance out of a ruler. Well, what would you brew the essence of distance out of?
I don't know what you mean by the essence of distance.
The concept of spatial relationships between objects.
It's now mid morning. Who's at the fore?
I go to the floor to get away from them.
All right.
I'm following you. I'm following you out to the floor. I'm just saying.
Okay, so we're
You
both.
don't understand.
You don't get it. I don't need blood. I'm not saying rulers have blood. That would be ridiculous. Of course, rulers don't have blood. I'm just saying if there is some way to get. I'm just saying if there's some way to get the essence of distance, we can mix the two essences.
You guys make your way to the village at the edge of the bay.
How much was
Here
it?
you can see the water off in the distance. You don't know. You weren't paying attention at all.
I saw what it was, and that's hilarious.
From here, you see that this is sort of just like a small port town, and there's a lot of like woods being carted off on ships from here. Looks like there are a number of ferries that are heading off a number of places here within the bay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna. Well, while we're here, I'm gonna pick up a nice meal because I'm 2 days out, so I'm
Yeah?
getting a little bit peckish.
Having yourself a big heckin' snack.
Well, it's also looking like it's gonna be a little bit of a trek, no matter what we do. So I'm gonna eat, and let's see how much is that. Oh, did we recover anything from sleeping last night?
Yes. Who's tired? Okay. Vesta regains
Clearly
13.
not. You just argued a shit ton.
Salus regains 9.
Can that count as a
No.
social skill?
You know what? I'm gonna say it's you can
Convince.
you can have that be an understand.
Really,
But-
it would be
but-
understand and not convince.
It's
thing is-
understand because he's learning that sometimes people don't want to talk.
But here's the thing. There's a very good likelihood that we'll get negative stamina from this.
Do it.
Yay!
You get
I
sick.
get 6 stamina.
Rolled a 1. That's the one time where rolling a 1 will ever be good.
From here, there are
Oh, I'm eating like 7 days worth of food. How much does that get me back? Because I'm still tired. Also,
is this
how much-
fresh cooked here by the sea?
Yeah.
It's fish.
Also, how much does that cost me? How much is that running me up?
It'll cost you 3 silver, 5 copper.
Okay.
Are you still tired after the?
After the rest? After like the
sleep?
sleepies? Yeah.
Okay, in that case, you heal an extra. So you would heal a total of 45 from that meal.
Sweet. I love Pythona. You just gotta survive until your next meal, and oh boy, are you good after that.
So, the morning ferry goes to a place called Logport Station. The noon ferry goes to Ravensrook, and the evening ferry goes to Delta.
Is there sort of a ferry master of sorts?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot one more ferry. There's another one at noon that goes to Cragholm. There is a harbor master.
Can I talk to him?
Yeah.
Let's go to Delta.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. I just have a few questions.
You see a Volpe sort of like talking to people intermittently. Like, you know how sometimes there's people who are like foremen where basically they just stand there and like answer questions from people walking by, and that's like half their job? He's just there, and you walk up and he goes, "Hi, hey, how can I help you?"
Have you seen a carriage rolling through here?
What kind of carriage?
Just got wheels, a roof.
You'd probably do better describing the Duke of Redwine.
Yeah. So, guy, green jacket, covered wagon, with slats. What does the Duke of Redwine look like again? Had a mustache.
I'm not helping you out on this.
He had eyes. He was a human.
Human. Carriage. Was it blue, red?
You described the carriage.
I described the inside of the carriage. The inside of the carriage was
Appointed in Burgundy.
it was burgundy on the inside.
What's that, red?
Yes. Red.
Okay, yeah, there was a red guy. He didn't take a ferry, though. He was going down the road. He actually changed out his horses while he was in town.
Huh. Anyone gone mysteriously missing?
No?
How long ago was it?
Yeah.
This,
That's a good investment.
maybe last week?
Last week. They're going fast.
Zip it.
I say we take a ferry.
Hey, how far? Okay, yeah,
The ferry to Delta would definitely allow us to probably head them off at the pass.
Right.
Gain some lost time.
Yeah.
Well, the question is, why wouldn't they take the ferry if it would save that much time?
Because they can swap out their horses. We can't swap out you as much as I want to.
They can swap out their horses. They also probably have to make stops.
I see. Okay, I'm gonna turn to Blue and Blue. What do you think of this plan? Of
Ferry to Delta.
ferry to Delta.
Well, if that's where they are, then I suppose we go for it. Do we
Like
want to
the-
use that fragment again?
I look at the quartermaster. Yeah, let's go somewhere else to do it though.
All right, you wander off a little ways until you're in sort of like a side alley.
All right. That was a pretty good duck noise, actually.
Yeah, it was.
14. I rolled.
Okay. Yeah, you get an image of a well-appointed, like... Actually, by the looks of it, this is sort of like a little solar, but there's these arches that don't even have doors on them that lead off to sort of like a patio. There's a couple of people talking, and you see some of the other life drinkers around. There's a group of maybe 12 here. The focus, of course, is Laszlo again. Fat human. Pale-skinned, wears like a long like red robe, long greasy black hair, and a big mustache, black. He's standing looking over the edge, and just like before, you see that it's sort of like these big, broad, flat plains. Blue looks over. Oh yes, that's Delta.
All right.
To Delta.
To Delta it is then.
Right, I believe the Delta ferry was the evening one.
Yeah.
Then that will head off at the evening.
How big is this harbor town?
It's a village.
Okay. So this isn't too bad. Like, all we gotta do is go down to Delta, and there's probably another nest there, similar to Crete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. That's what it seems like.
I think we can do this. I think we got this. We just gotta kill another nest.
Take the
and
ferry to Delta.
Whoever else is there,
And remember what he did last time?
staged an ambush.
Hired mercenaries.
Yeah, this is true. Should we check any like mercenary in the area to see if all of a sudden a bunch of them have been hired up?
Oh, well, I was thinking we hire mercenaries.
Oh,
One night invasion? What'll that run us? A couple silver?
probably more than that.
A day's pay?
Yeah, day's pay.
Probably something like
Which
that.
is like a gold.
Day's pay is not a gold. I mean, we're not getting gold.
That's true. We haven't been paid in like 3 days. Oh well, we'll get the money eventually.
I bet you. If I spend the ferry to Delta craft it, and then sell all the knives when we get to Delta, we'll have enough money to buy a decent mercenary force.
That could work. Yeah.
Yeah, you could even get maybe some supplies in this village and then.
Yeah, we can see what we can do. It's a
Absolutely.
bit of a trade port.
Hey, well,
Yo.
how much does the average mercenary? What's like if I wanted to hire a bunch of mercenaries just for one night, a one-night operation?
It'd be the same as hiring them for a day. So 6 silver a head.
6 silver a head. It's like a lot, but that's a little more than one night per head. Knife's 5 silver. I have 10 bear claws, and if I craft it right, each bear claw plus a little bit of wood, that's a knife.
You know,
I betcha.
8 mercenaries.
How long is the ferry ride? It's a couple
You're
days.
not sure, actually.
It's a couple days, eh? Like it's a ways.
A few.
If I spent the entire ferry ride crafting knives, and we sold them at Delta, we could probably hire a couple mercenaries.
Probably.
And then we could storm with our own forces.
This is true.
We're not going in blind a second time.
This is true. We have blood. We have the ichor, both of which can be used to see what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Something that we definitely did not have last time.
No. I like this plan. I like this plan a lot.
This plan seems good. This plan seems solid. Seems solid.
Alright. In that case, you guys have some time to kill before you take the ferry. It is the early afternoon.
I'm gonna do some alchemy. I'm gonna make some fire bombs.
Alright.
So how do I do that? Do I just roll for it and then
Roll
have...
for it, and you consume 5 fire reagents and add 5 to the roll's result.
$17.
Alright, so then for each 4 in there, so you'd be able to make, for each, 4 copper of resulting value, you're able to make 1 bomb, so that makes you 4 bombs in that period. You can
Alright.
keep making fire bombs into the late afternoon, and then like retain that 1 extra as you keep the still going, or you can switch up to do something else. Rolling dice.
Gotta roll all them die.
I'm just crafting. Like,
Ooh, how gloriously average.
yeah. Not my best work.
I actually thought that like other 2 was a 3, and that 1 was a 2. So it was
Mhm.
like that gloriously evens out to you rolled all 3s basically.
Yeah.
Close. Close
Okay.
enough.
So that was the early afternoon. How about the late afternoon?
Man,
I'm still digesting, really.
Yeah.
I'm crafting. Listen, if we're gonna hire mercenaries, which I really want to do now.
Are you like having a nap to digest?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna use up the rest of my fire reagents to make bombs.
All right. So you've got that 1 extra from the last roll.
What?
Because you rolled a 17, 4
Yes.
times 4 is 16. So if you make something else, you have to purge the system, but because you're still making them, you have a little bit left from the last batch.
Okay. So I guess it doesn't matter at this point, right? Like, as long as I get, like, 3.
Well,
then I can... Because I
roll
only... Okay. 6 plus
Time transitions.
2 is 8 plus 3, 11.
11
Yeah.
plus the extra 1 from last round.
12.
Yep. So then that makes 3 bombs.
Okay, but I only had 4 fire reagents left.
Oh, 4 coppers worth.
Yeah.
Didn't you buy like?
20.
I bought
Yeah.
20.
So that would have been 2 silvers worth. So you should still have like after this another 10 coppers worth of fire reagents. I'm sensing some confusion.
The mental math
Okay.
is not adding up.
Okay. So I have 10 left, and
Mhm.
I've made, for that roll, how many?
You've made 7 fire bombs total.
7 fire bombs total. Okay.
All right, time creeps forward into supper. You guys see that the ferry arrives, and they're spending some time getting it prepared as a number of passengers come off.
All right.
I'm excited. This is
Yeah.
the first time I'm going on a boat.
Yeah, like,
Mhm,
me too.
New experiences. And I've slept off a lot of my new weight, so I'm just I'm bouncing. I got loads of energy right now.
Get a big poop.
Yeah,
Man,
great.
I'm like
things are great.
nervously crafting. I'm rolling so horribly. No.
Are you going to give it another go for crafting now that it's the supper hour?
Yeah, I'll do it again.
Oh my god.
What'd you roll?
3 ones.
So what's that total?
6
And what are you making?
Oof.
fire bombs.
Big oof.
So I make 1.
1. Well, you have 8 total now.
Yeah.
Thankfully, this isn't like D&D where it's just like, oh, I guess it just blows up in your face now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. That was my roll.
Way to beat the statistical probability on that one.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I really do like this crafting system. It does feel very, very like
Like you're making a thing and making progress?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
nice.
without being like, you have to spend 3 days making a knife. And then you're like, 3 days is up. Knife is made. You can actually feel like, bad night for knifing.
Like,
How-
just ting, ting, rolls through ones, ting, oh, fuck.
Well, that's exactly it. Like, I have an amount of materials, and when I roll badly, like, I've wasted a lot of material doing this.
Okay, well, it's now the evening. The evening.
It's ferry time.
Ferry time, boys.
Let's get on the ferry.
Yeah, it looks like they're charging 1 gold a head.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if everyone has enough money to cover themselves.
Looks like the rest of them do.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
As I'm getting on, I'm asking the man in charge of the ferry how long the trip is.
Oh, it really depends on the winds, how they're doing. You know how it is.
We're
How long
talking
is he? Like, on
days,
average?
weeks?
Not weeks, no, like a week, absolute tops, if things go terrible for you.
Okay. Well, is there any sort of like noise complaint sort of systems in place?
What do you mean?
You know, like someone over here to like ting ting, or like a, you know.
If you make a bunch of noise and you're acting like a dickhead, we'll be angry with you.
Well, I guess I could have guessed that. Thanks, sir. And I walk away.
All right, there's an interaction.
That is exactly what I expected from Leland.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are now moving over water. Evening fades into the early night. They've got sort of rudimentary bunks for you guys to sleep in, and there's a space for you to shove your wagon.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, want to switch it to the early night?
I didn't know. I guess we're on like a fucking ferry, like.
On like a boat?
We're on a boat. We're going fast. Hopefully.
Assuming
On a
somebody.
boat?
I'm assuming they have guards. Did I notice any guards posted when we walked in?
Yep, there's some guards on the top who are keeping an eye out with the sailors.
Awesome.
You move to the intersection of the grid lines, next one down,
Next one down.
and over one more.
Oh
Yep.
shit. You're going
Ooh.
fast.
Speedy.
Okay, it is rocking reasonably heavily, and you guys haven't been on a boat before. It's night. Are you guys actually asleep?
Yes.
Probably not. You know, probably for the first half of the night.
You want to
Like,
keep
man.
watches?
I'm fine. I decided to roll grace to see if I could adjust to it. I rolled pretty well, so I think I adjusted.
All right. By the time it's the late night, you move to the next corner, another one.
Ooh.
Phew.
Zoom.
We are
what?
catching up some
What
time.
quadrants do you have loaded on the?
This is the lowest I have loaded.
Okay, so we might be slightly off of the quadrants for this last little bit.
But it's okay, we can go to the... Instead of the quadrants, we'll just go to the main map for this one.
Didn't you have the one that was 5x5? Because that one you'd be in the very corner of it.
I don't have F5.
There's one other
Don't
one that
you?
you had.
Ah, dang it, yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
Well,
So we are...
it might be better to just stick to the squares for now. Yep, right there. Alright, the late night fades into the witching hour. The ferry makes its way further and further, stretching along the edge of the coastline. It moves down about a grid line and a little bit less than a grid line and a half.
Grid line and... Ah.
And let's move towards twilight in the early morning. At this point, you move another about a grid line's worth southwards.
Bubble.
Slowly but surely, you guys start to awaken one by one around the dawn hour. From here, you guys are able to see that to the east, towards the sunrise, as you're traveling along, the sort of forest has stopped being conifers for a while now. Now it's all these big, tall, multicolored, flower-colored, deciduous trees from off into the great forest.
This is fascinating.
There's a sloshing and there's like this rippling effect in the water as a boat of this size, with the wind behind its sails, sort of carves its way through the water. Dawn fades into the early morning.
Oh, you know I'm back on my crafting bullshit.
Back on your bullshit.
I'm also going to be training too, so
Mhm.
I'll probably go to a different end of the ship to
Yep.
spread out the noise.
I'm gonna make fire bombs.
Yeah.
Man, they're going to love us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys aren't the only adventurers here, so there's even like a number of people on the decks who are all crafting and all that sort of stuff at the same time.
Wait, no, too many guys.
You see one or two people working on some weapons. There's someone sort of riveting some leather.
20.
20. So then, is that with the bonus and everything? Yep, so that'd be 5. And I think that exhausts all of your reagents. So it's 13 total, I think.
Yep.
As sort of you trudge onward into mid-morning, your southward trips, you start to turn from south towards more of like a southwest. From here, you see the trees sort of fade out as you head off into plains, and you see some of these broad, flat islands that were in the scrying visions from prior. Off in the distance, at the edge of what you can see, there's a village sort of tucked at the coastline.
Roughly how far have we traveled?
Oh, you're not on the map anymore. I'm doing this on my own maps. I'll update it for next session.
Assuming we're doing some sort of equivalent of Indiana Jones style red lines on a thing.
You're
Ooh, I can
in
do that.
you're in E5, right on the edge of E5 where it gets close to F5, just close to the coastline. As mid-morning fades to noon, it looks like it's a solid 24-hour journey. You can see, or less than 24 hours rather. You can see in the distance, you're moving past more and more islands, but there's a lot more boats that cluster here and there, all heading towards a location off the edge of the horizon. As the mist fades and you get into sight close to sort of like the early afternoon of your destination, you arrive. It's a big limestone fortress of sorts, built solidly upwards in what look like visibly like actual upward tiers.
Art.
Yeah, pretty much no. That's it. This is the city of Delta. You see all sorts of humans and elfborn and dwarfborn wandering around. Here, it does seem to be a bit more of a diverse crowd. There's a lot of ships coming and going, and you guys approach. It looks like there's a number of different docks. The ferry itself heads towards the merchant ward, so you're sort of on like a section of docks towards the center of the city. As you get off, it angles upwards, and climbing up the ramp, you head into a dry but still dark area around the middle of 3 tiers. You're in the city of Delta. Above you is the Sky District, where the sun shines, and below you is the Wet District, where the bridges and galleries that snake throughout this area start to block out the sky, and the water that infiltrates the city grows slowly but surely taller and taller.
And where Leland smells worse and worse.
And where we'll pick up next session. So, thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Yeah.
Next session, we should have some plot.
Ooh, plot. Plot is good stuff. I mean, like, this was good for character growth in this session.
Yeah.
So,
This
if
one.
anybody wants to see some more of this, twitch.tv/Mr. Crone, where we are now, Wednesdays, 7 o'clock. We're going to be uploading these to YouTube as well. There's a rule set online. This is a standalone tabletop RPG. It's its own set of rules. It's available on a wiki if you guys have any questions, and we should be able to see you in the future.
Yep, and
Awesome.
if you want to talk to us, ask us about anything, we have our Discord available, to which we often look at and try to answer like any normal person would.
Yeah, we do the things people do in Discords.
Yeah, we do the normal Discord stuffs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, next stream is going to be Friday. It's going to be the new Hammerwatch DLC, and that's just going to be me, unfortunately.
Well,
We're all
Womp
gonna
womp.
be there.
Well, it's like now it's just going to be me and my other friends who actually play Hammerwatch. But yeah, until then, thank you for everyone who showed up. Thank you for all your support, and we'll see you next time. Bye.